now. And man, there is so much trash talking, podcast, the communication departments for every team. Listen, man, nobody wants to hear it anymore. It's so broken. Woody, you really said this, and with our teams locally too. Like, I love that they don't want to get us guests, but meanwhile, these guys go on their own. Nobody asks a team. They go on these podcasts, and they just go off, talking serious all over the place. And these things happen, man. This DMing and DM what? They might as well change that. What we ought to change that name. So anyway, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo and oh my God, it was just and Bam was like, I'm guessing you were supposed to. We're both Kentucky guys. You were supposed to have my back, and I was going to have your back. By the way, they never played together in college. They're both 1-year guys, and did not play at the same time in Kentucky. But hey, listen, you're teammates for 7 years, some success, and Tyler. I get it, man. I know for a fact Tyler thinks that he gets picked on a lot. I know he took the high road, and I have nothing to be ashamed. He did. He had a good career here. He had a good 7 years. Nobody can say he didn't have a good 7 years. The guy averaged basically just under 20 points a game for his career. He did win the Sixth Man of the Year award one time. And last year, look, it was bad. He got hurt. And he got hurt the year before in the playoffs. And so, yeah, he got, people getting on him for that. You hear about the defense, but he's been a good first round pick. He said it. Hey, man, this is my home. People like me, for the most part, except a little bit of that social media mean stuff, which doesn't matter to me, but I've had it good down here. This is going to be my home. This is where my girlfriend wants to be. We're going to raise the kids. I'm going to go up there and play basketball, but my kids are going to grow up here. And so he went through this whole thing, but it got a little ugly. First of all, I think there's a little jealousy that Bam got a lot of love, and Tyler just can't understand it because he's saying Bam can't score. We're paying all this guy all this money for what he does defensively, and I can score, which is what this league's about. I don't get it, and my name's in trade talks, and I finally get traded. Now, he said all the right things. I don't think it was from the heart. Some of that stuff was not from the heart, but hey, man, I think he did the right thing going out the door. You don't want to burn the bridge knowing you're going to live down here, and this is going to be home. So it's a unique situation, but it just, it got ugly, and apparently a lot of people saw it get ugly and didn't know how far it was going to go. But Bam obviously was pissed off, and I'm guessing if Bam wanted, he could destroy Tyler Hero in a heartbeat. So that's what happened. Really not completely surprised. We had guys go at it physically. A lot of times it was in pads, but yeah, there was a lot of bad blood. And sometimes this stuff, guys just, I say this all the time. There are 45 of us. We had guys that all played together like these guys do, put everything behind you on game day. When you go out, you play team. But that doesn't mean you hang out socially. That doesn't mean you go to dinner on the road. That doesn't happen. A lot of guys. And a lot of guys just egos and personalities don't match. Don't match up. And then the jealousy and the business part of this and by the way, Tyler Hero made $31 million last year. Calm the F down a little bit there, brother.
Still, nonetheless, you don't like to see these things end this way, right? The guy was here for a while. I thought he was a good player here.
Tyler did this to himself, though. He DM'd one thing. I mean,
man, look, in fairness, though,
there's no fairness.
I go back to
what
we were saying last week. Like, this guy's mentioned in a lot of trade. Like every year, it's like, we got to trade Tyler Hero. He gets a lot of criticism down here. So, I get it. And I'm sure that he hears it. He doesn't seem like a guy who shuts it off very well.
I don't. That's why I thought what he said. I appreciate him, taking the company line, which was smart. I always think it's smart to do that. But I'm guessing he's got regrets. I'm guessing if we have a popularity contest, Bam's going to win that in the league with all the star players versus Tyler Hero. But I just got to tell you, man, you decide of all people. I always say this, man, if you got some serious problems, get all the social media stuff away. And if it's whether it's your wife, I call it bed talk, or you're pissed about something, you go at the end of the day and you tell your wife, or you got a couple of buddies you can tell stuff to. I got 4 or 5 guys I can just let it rip to, and they let it rip to me, and then it's over. It's done. And a lot of times things get patched up. Guys usually pretty good about letting stuff go most of the time. But anyway, that was one of the stories. We got our World Cup Final Four. We got the LeBron. Whew, I got to tell you, man, this LeBron decision, as I call it now, the last decision. That's the new name for me.
The more this drags on, and I love LeBron, but the less I want him here. This is getting nauseating.
Yeah.
His agent is painful to listen to.
It is, but I got to tell you, I'll put up with it.
I know it's good for business. I'm aware, but man.
But I think
Rich Paul just doesn't shut up.
I think there's a lot of people that are with you, that it is exhausting. Like now Golden State, Draymond spent time with him, and he said he thought he gave him a real good pitch as a friend and what we do. And now Frank Vogel, he gets the Golden State Warriors, now the associate head coach, and a guy that was with LeBron, and people going, he's going. Golden State got him, and then Cleveland's going, wait a second, he was seen playing golf in Cleveland, and he's the missing piece to put that thing together. And I just go, where are we going tomorrow? Where's this thing going to be tomorrow, man? I don't know how much more I can take. Anyway, I hope the decision is coming. I mean, we spread it out long enough, and I do agree LeBron's got a pretty good idea. LeBron knows what everybody can do. LeBron's got a pretty good idea what everybody has money-wise for him. LeBron knows where he fits in. LeBron knows he's getting stroked by everybody. And I'm just guessing at this point in his life, he doesn't need to be stroked by everybody. Everybody knows about his greatness. Like
this feels like Aaron Rodgers, man. Do you think Aaron Rodgers needs to have these guys, doing this every single offseason, begging him to play, waiting around for him to see if he's going to play?
The problem here, well, and you're right, Woody.
Why do these guys seem to enjoy this stuff late in their career?
Everybody knows how, and then D Wade, who comes out, and I agree with D Wade. Like, look, he can still play at a high level, man. I get why everybody wants him, and D Wade, he's going to be the PR for LeBron and the success they had together, and I'm guessing they're still really close out in L.A. But man, like, make a decision. Forget the decision. Please make this the last decision, and hurry and make this decision, please.
I would be very interested to hear, Joe. I know that no one will ever admit this, honestly, but if you were to pull, like, let's say Giannis and Bam aside, and, hey, do you want this to, do you want LeBron to come in for his, last dance, his final year on his little, goodbye tour? Like, do you want to be part of that?
Yes.
I wonder, man.
I don't.
Because I know those guys are trying to win. And I know that Giannis's window is not that big here, so I know that they're trying to win.
Well, you just why they want him. Yes, they put up with that. Not even close. I can't believe you said that. I'm dead serious.
Surprised. I would be surprised if they would honestly tell you, like, yeah, I really want to be a part of.
Oh my God,
I want to be in the background of LeBron's last dance here.
In a heartbeat. Why do you think all these teams are doing it? So they can just have the LeBron last. I think those guys think that's 35 on any given night. That's a guy, when we don't have it, can still take over a game. Can't do it every night. Hopefully get 65 games out of them and go from there. Yeah, I think they want it, especially down here. We love star power, man, and Bam gets it. And Giannis has just played in Milwaukee, and people forgot about him. He wants it. They want this. They want somebody to kind of, especially Bam's personality. Bam definitely wants a guy like LeBron around a little bit. No question about it. I think, again, just my opinion. We've got a bunch of other stuff. The Marlins, my God, man. Well, they decided to check out on the All-Star break a little bit early and end up scoring 5 runs in 3 games and get swept. I did not see that coming, as well as they were playing at home. had the brooms out. Hell, they couldn't put the brooms in the closet, man. They just said, hey, we're getting ready to sweep somebody else. Keep it out. But yeah, they after what they did to Seattle and the A's on the West Coast, and you're like, holy smokes. And then they went back to whatever that is. Hey, by the way, we got some other great stuff this morning that we're going to get to. We're going to go to break here. I'm actually going to try to follow format today, which I suck at. But I want to just say this, that we talk a lot about the football talent down here in South Florida. We do. But what a great day. What a great first round for South Florida in this draft. It really was. We got some great stories. Baseball's alive and well in South Florida, in our community. It really is. And we're going to tell you all about that. We got a lot of Dolphin stuff to get to here this morning as well. So stay with us. We're going to be back with all of that stuff and a lot more, including a couple of players might be on their way, if with or without, kind of probably waiting on the LeBron decision, but a couple of names to look for that were teammates last year. We'll have that story for you as well. If you're looking for a truck that's built for Florida work, for Florida fun, head to your South Florida Chevy dealers. I know they got cars and trucks, and I love the SUV family, but boy, today is all about that truck, that Chevy Colorado, with everything you could ever want. The Colorado custom to the ZR2. It's got the right tools to exceed your expectations. And then let's go to the big boys, the Chevy Silverados, from a custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV. They got 10 models with 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. My thing is always with Chevy, and spending so much time over the last 15, 16 years I've been with South Florida Chevy dealers, is it's like they've custom made a truck perfect for your lifestyle. They really have. Whether guys get up early in the morning like our hours, but working a lot more than we do, obviously. This is how you make a living with that truck, getting there, and you don't stop working until that job's done, which means a lot of Saturdays and Sundays you're working. That's why we got a truck perfect for you. Whether it's a Chevy Silverado HD, the powerful LTZ with premium style and substance to match. Maybe it's a Chevy Silverado HD High Country, our big boy. Whatever it is, man, we got a truck perfect for you, your family, work, and everything else you enjoy in South Florida. Chevy's got a Florida truck for you. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, let's drive.
Before we get back to the show here, time for weather. Brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It is 80 degrees at the moment. There is no rain in the forecast, but it will get hot, Joe.
Yes, it will.
It has the past
I'm going to try it
days.
again for the third time this 11 to 11:30 tennis, and it hadn't gone so far. Hadn't gone well so far. It's hot out there. There's a reason nobody's on those tennis courts between 11 and 12. It is. That clay just chews up that heat, man. Holy smokes. Anyway, hey, we say good morning to everybody. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We got, by the way, the World Cup, as predicted before this tournament started, the top 4 teams. Final 4 left. Spain, France, England, and Argentina. How about that? And we got one more game down here. We have the third place matchup. So we'll see the 2 teams that lose in the next couple of days when they play. We'll get that matchup. And then that's going to be the end. We'll have the World Cup Championship game the following day. And then we are off and running with all arrows going towards the football season. All right, so a little teaser before for those of you getting up early this morning. I always love it, man. I love when we have drafts and we have a lot of our guys right here in the backyard that get drafted. I can't even imagine being a first-round pick in any sport. Professional sport is just incredible. We had 3 go in the MLB first round of the draft. I don't remember last time that happened in Dade and Broward. We've had a lot of guys get drafted. Don't get me wrong. I said I know there's a lot of guys get drafted. I'm talking the first round, including the Marlins, who take Jacob Lombard, 14th pick, Gulliver Prep, just watching the show and raving about this guy's talent and, of course, a family full of talent as well at that. Rangers, Gio Rojas, 16th pick, Douglas High School. A lot of people said he's a top high school pitcher last year. And again, there'll be a lot of people driving and getting up early this morning know more about that than me. But Douglas is always a powerhouse. One of the great stories we don't talk about, and we talk about our great football teams and St. Thomas Aquinas through the years and their dominance in football. Douglas has been a dominant team for a long, long time. They really have. And they got players coming. They come from Palm Beach. A lot of people want to be put in that and part of that program because of guys like Gio Rojas and the great players that they've had there. And then also we had a second shortstop. Justin LeBron, Archbishop McCarthy from Alabama, played Alabama, threw everybody off a little bit, the shortstop, but went to Archbishop McCarthy, 18th pick. So we had the 14th, 16th, and 18th overall picks in the MLB draft. Just a great story. Congratulations to their families. And, hey, man, that's what do you ask the question? They can obviously go, I don't want to be a first-round pick. I'm being kind of – I guess it has happened. Yeah, I don't want to be a first-round pick. I'm going to go back to college. It's a lot of money. I think those guys are looking at $6, $7, $8 million signing bonuses. That's called life-changing money. I can't imagine, no matter how much they might like their education, that those guys are going to turn their chances to go to minor league baseball and get their careers going and get to the big leagues a lot faster. And I know the high school thing can take a while and getting used to it and not going the college route where guys seem to get to the big leagues faster. But just a nice story, man, for 3 guys to go in the first 18 picks of this draft. Daniel Cuvée, 5th round Nationals, was the top Canes, third baseman out of St. Thomas Aquinas. So, and then there were a lot of other guys. We don't have time for everybody, but I just thought it was great to see. It's good for the high schools and recognition of everything. Woody, our baseball is alive and well here in South Florida. It doesn't get talked about a lot. I know American Heritage Plantation and my friends up there have a really good baseball team every year. So, yeah, it's been a lot of really, really good programs that we don't talk about. I think Doral still got a powerhouse. Columbus always seems to have a really good team. So anyway, some of the Christian schools do really well and got great baseball teams as well. So congratulations to those guys, man. I know we talk a lot about the football talent and the powerhouses, Central and Northwestern and Chaminade and St. Thomas and American Heritage Plantation, and and we'll get Boca West now jumps in there a little bit as well, and some of the schools in Palm Beach. But man, baseball, that's a nice start, man. A lot of guys getting drafted in the draft and a lot less rounds than it used to be, but really great story, man. Nice story there with that whole thing. And then the other thing to kind of watch, I guess, is DeMar DeRozan and now Russell Westbrook. I crack up because I just go through the history. These guys are now like 36 and 37 years old. And they, by the way, were teammates in Sacramento, if you're wondering where were they last year. Sometimes you go to Sacramento and people forget about you because you're never on TV and you're playing across the country. DeMar DeRozan averaged 18 points for him, and Russell Westbrook averaged 15 points per game. So both guys still productive in Sacramento for the Kings last year. Isn't it funny? I can't help but think when I think of those. Remember Riley used to go after those guys and really liked them when they were free agents and in the peak of their careers and free agents. I just remember Riles going after them, or even when their careers were headed towards a little bit of the downside, which they're clearly on right now at 36 and 37 years old. And now there's a chance they get one of those two. I don't see him getting both guys with the money situation, but and I guess Russell Westbrook's got issues with LeBron going back to, he called it some backstabbing that went on when they were with the Lakers, and that thing never worked with Russell Westbrook and the Lakers. He said he used to always say nice things to me and then wanted Kyrie Irving to, he's telling the team to trade Kyrie Irving and get him out of there.
You ever see a guy's career fall off the way Russell Westbrook's did? I think the problem with him is he never developed, guys have to develop a shot later in their career. The guys who go to the basket, recklessly early in their career, and they finally figure out how to shoot. He just never figured out how to shoot.
Not that three.
Anything. He just can't shoot.
So I will tell you,
he lets people bother him too.
No,
he fights the Westbrook thing. Like,
that
fans get after him. Like,
matter of fact, if the first day if somebody throws out a Westbrook,
he's fighting with fans.
He's fighting.
Stuff.
Yeah, he's going after him. Like,
why does that bother you, man?
Come on, bro.
Come on, you're a Hall of Famer.
Wait a second. He is a Hall of. By the way,
you can't let fans you can't let people bother you like that. You got to be better than that.
When you tell a guy he's throwing bricks,
he is throwing bricks.
He's had a Hall of Fame brick career. Then,
yeah. Hey man, nobody plays their ass off like that guy.
There you go. I was waiting for you to give him a compliment. He plays.
No, I'm a fan. The guy's career, he just fell off a cliff.
He plays as hard and takes pride in going, I outplay everybody. It doesn't matter. And you just go, that's a Riley kind of guy.
The great players find a way to adapt their game over their career. Look at a guy like D Wade. You can't just keep going to the basket like 25 years old.
My problem is going to be, there could be with our two bigs a lot of open threes, and Russell's not a guy that's going to knock down.
No.
Huh?
No.
You can go to the baskets and get after you. So anyway, there's a lot of talk that we could get one of those guys, and as I said before, both Sacramento Kings a year ago.
This is fun. It feels like the old Big Three era, right? Where we were just like, which guys that are towards the end of their career.
By the way, how many guys left Oklahoma City and their careers are never the same?
Everyone.
What? Hey, this Oklahoma City thing, maybe we had to look.
They would have won like 10 championships in a row.
Can you imagine if those guys all stayed together and the ego didn't get involved? And of course, James Harden was coming off the bench, and we're finding out I can see why he left. He left a lot of people. We're seeing that, but yeah.
How about the fact that OKC in that crap market able to come back from losing 3 stars like that and be what they are now? That's impressive.
If they were in our market, we would talk about the greatness of their front office. I'm being dead serious.
Oh, the front office is great. Whatever market.
That's as good as there is in any sport. You get scared when they go, we got 6 first-round picks. You go, oh, crap. And they're going to trade and get somebody that's really good. They traded They traded for a guy that's in his mid-20s that's been the MVP the last couple years. It is such a bad look for the Clippers. Now, I didn't know how good he was. They gave up Paul George. And by the way, Paul George, you want to talk about overstroked player in the NBA. And I get everybody loves him. They're still talking about, I hear guys the other day again. Oh, my gosh, man, it's not that bad a deal for Boston getting Paul George. And you're like.
Well, he fell off a cliff, too, but he also broke his leg when we had the leg thing.
Yeah. He's come back from that.
When he was with the Pacers and playing those LeBron Heat teams, he was as good as there was in the league.
But he was
incredible.
He's no longer.
Oh,
we're not talking
not that
about
guy.
And they're trying to sell us it like that's not that bad a trade. That's a bad trade.
Yeah. Do you remember how good he was, though?
Yeah.
You remember those series?
Oh, of course.
He was
and
fantastic.
by the way, guys love playing with him because he got after it. He played the game the right. No, I'm with you. I could see it. You watch him and you see, all right, there are certain guys that superstars like playing with, and I think he's one of those guys.
Those were between that and Boston. There were some fun rivalries over those 4 years, right? That Pacers team was feisty with Hibbert and David West,
God,
Lance Stevenson, who got into it with LeBron in every series.
Forgot about those games down there, Woody.
Those are fun, man.
That's good memory. That was good stuff. So now we're just waiting. LeBron got to hurry and make this decision, or you're right. More and more people go, all right, bro, how much do you need? You know, everybody friggin' wants you. Make a decision. I know you have a right, like Aaron Rodgers, you have the right to take as much time as you want. You're one of the greatest of all time. We're not even talking about that. We just want to know where you're going. That's
the Rich
all.
Paul stuff is getting old, though.
Yeah, seeing him. Yeah.
By the way,
like
I
four
guess
times a week, that's getting a little old.
He was able to figure out where Max Kellerman is still working. Did you notice that? That's who he goes on with. Well, who knew? I thought he was out.
Well, Max didn't get along with Stephen A. That thing.
Yeah, who does get along with Stephen A.
And Stephen A. By the way, Draymond calling him out. Oh my God, the podcasts are just on fire right now. And Stephen A.'s not one to get right back after everybody. Probably starting today.
Draymond unfortunately is going to be remembered as a good player because of the teams he was on. He's average at best.
He's playing out that resume pretty good right now.
I don't think he's a very good player.
I don't know about
average at best would be my. What did Barkley call him? A triple single?
Did he?
That's what he called him, I think.
I don't need that. LeBron was. By the way, I watched Barkley at the golf tournament down in Lake Tahoe, the celebrity golf tournament, and he was on fire about LeBron again. He just got right to it. He truly doesn't care either. All right, man, we got to go to break here. Yeah, what the hell's going on, man? Instagram and podcast. Everybody's just mad at everybody right now. It's just everybody's calling everybody out. And, now you mentioned my name. Well, I'm going back after you. It's just on fire right now. I'll tell you who else on fire. Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T. You ready to get rid of it? I was. Well, I'll tell you what, 2.5 years ago, things were bad. Not only my energy level, I hit a weight I've never hit, too. 265 pounds got my attention. And I noticed it. I wasn't like the belt and the pants and the gut over the thing and wasn't playing tennis. And I'm just slowing down on things and was really tired all the time. And I was my wife's a great cook and eating all the wrong things. I was just getting after it. And so I had it bad. Low T was bad. And was just moody and tired all the time. It was just terrible. Then with that ED, it was hit and miss in the bedroom, and then it was just miss. Sex drive was gone. I just want to talk to every guy out there. It's going to happen to every guy. It's not just like you can laugh at me all you want. ED and low T are a real thing. It's going to hit every guy that's listening right now and everybody that's not. You will have it. Doesn't matter what color, what size you are. It's going to hit every guy. And then you got to make a decision. Do I want to live with it or do I want to get rid of it? You have that choice. And Atlantic Men's Clinic's open. You're saying, hey, man, I want to get rid of it, but I want to do it the right way and I want it to happen fast. Well, that's why I'm telling you about Atlantic Men's Clinic. Schedule a consultation with Atlantic Men's Clinic. Set up that first appointment. You get the PSA test. You meet with their professional staff. They know you're coming in and the presentation, you get to hear it. They want to know what's going on with you. And then they get the results from the test, and they put you on a program. You got to decide if you want to do it. And I'm talking about great results super fast. They really do. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. They got a whole bunch of great programs for you. I go to Plantation, got a brand new location in Hollywood. Call them today, set up that first appointment, hear what they have to say. I think you're going to like it, and more importantly, it works. 877-455-7300. If you're going through it right now, another embarrassing weekend, nothing happened in the bedroom, your energy, all you did was lay on the couch tired, go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Get more information. Atlantic Men's Clinic works. on not only the World Cup, whether you're into it or not. The games are getting better and better with these teams, including now we're down to the Final Four: Spain, France, England, and Argentina. And by the way, plenty of controversy around the officiating and the FIFA people. Oh, my God, they're just getting crushed. If it makes me feel better about the NBA and NFL after listening to everybody complain about the World Cup referees, seriously, goals allowed, not allowed, delayed calls, oh, my God, and wanting certain people in, countries accusing these guys of trying to help get England in, and they want to see Argentina in, and oh boy, just it's been great to see, really, because we get late in the playoffs and we do the same thing in all of our sports. We start complaining about special calls for special players and not getting calls and everything else. But we got something else to get to here. So ESPN, it's that time of year, has come out. They got executives and some scouts, and I'm guessing some teams are going to claim they never were involved in this. But they have come out with their top 10 quarterbacks in order, ranked them 1 through 10. I went in the other room without seeing the list before we get into what he's going to give us this whole thing, and I picked number 1.
I was surprised you picked number 1 because I disagree with number 1 strongly.
Okay, they're saying right now, quarterback you want on your team, right? That for what they've done, is that right?
Top 10 NFL quarterbacks.
Okay,
Guessing
Josh Allen,
as we sit here today. Yes.
Josh Allen was 1.
Josh Allen was 1. Mahomes was 2.
Okay,
and those need to be flipped because to me they're not even close. But
what do you mean they're not close?
They're just not.
Okay.
Mahomes is the best quarterback in football.
Okay,
I know he's coming off an injury, but I'm guessing he's going to be just fine.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Those guys both have one thing in common. They got makeup, old school. They want to beat your brains in every time they play you.
And Mahomes wins. So you give a nod to someone who wins?
Yeah, could. I mean, if you did, it's
Josh
fine.
Allen has not gotten over that hump
All right,
yet.
well, I think you're making way too big a deal. Like, calm down, Charlie Brown, here on the whole thing. And I get it's about championships and Mahomes way out in front of everybody.
Stafford
that's playing right
3.
now. Okay, one other MVP.
Joe Burrow at 4. Lamar at 5. This is where it gets interesting. Dak Prescott at 6.
Ooh.
Has not won anything, obviously.
No, he's the youth. He's
the guy who hasn't won anything. Justin Herbert at 7.
Ooh.
And I see the problem with Justin. Like, I do see a ton of upside with Justin Herbert right now. But you're not doing this list on upside. Like, I do think he's going to have a big year.
I don't think after 5, it's just not clear cut by age or keep going on the list. I'm sorry.
All
keep
right,
going.
Drake May at 8.
Okay, he went to Super Bowl.
Jared Goff at 9.
Ooh.
And then Caleb Williams rounds out the list at 10.
See, I probably would have had Caleb up a little higher on that list. So Caleb had the big breakthrough last year. Yeah, Caleb had the big breakthrough. Look at they're all good quarterbacks, really good quarterbacks.
You know, got left off that list is Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but I don't think Sam's on there for. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't have a problem with that.
Did a lot of winning.
Who?
Sam Darnold.
Sam he won 1 year. Okay, calm down, Charlie Brown. Sam did a nice job. That team was well rounded.
I don't think it was a fluke what he did, but
no, Sam Darnold has got his
Jalen Hurts
career
is
going.
Not on that list. Guy's done a lot of winning.
Okay, I'm not surprised by that. Not surprised. You're hitting into the resume and maybe not what's going on right now. I got it. Hey, by the way, how about the Denver quarterback?
Bo Nix? No.
Okay.
I wouldn't put him on there, but Jalen Hurts is interesting.
I just think
Jordan Love, he's kind of been up and down.
I mean, what are you going to do? There's some guys that could get in that list.
I feel like all these names that I'm throwing out at you right now, I would put ahead of Dak Prescott.
Okay, well, let's go to the top of the list. Nobody's going to argue with 1 and 2. Nobody's going to argue. Whatever order you want, you're not going 1 or 2. Whether you want Patrick Mahomes 1 or Josh
Allen. Another tier.
Matthew Stafford is amazing. He's sneaking up, getting real close. He's 38 now, if I'm not mistaken.
He played very well last year.
They throw a ton of touchdowns. Yeah, and they almost won it all.
The favorites to win it this year.
Got a great team. Only getting better, especially Aaron Donald's talking about coming back at defensive tackle. That thing's getting scary.
Yeah,
scary looking.
Favorites.
All right.
Joe Burrow.
I like Lamar up there, but Lamar. So the problem is a lot of these guys all have the same knock because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
None of them won anything.
Joe Burrow did.
I think Lamar's real. He got there and lost.
Yes.
He did. But look at him. He's been injured a lot.
Yeah, he may never get back there.
Plays. And I like Joe Burrow. I think a lot of people still think when he's got time, hasn't been the best run team, although he's raving about this group because he thinks finally I got a really good team. And so we'll see. I don't know, man. That's a hard list. It's just not clear cut on that top 10. It's just not.
I just don't think Dak Prescott should be on anyone's top 10 list.
Puts up big numbers, just hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, Woody, if you're just going by that, then
I don't know. I feel like Dallas is always playing from behind. They're just slinging the ball all over the place.
Woody, come on. Some of those numbers you got to give him credit for. Some.
I do. I mean, a guy puts up numbers. He's a good fantasy quarterback. It's just, we gotta live in reality here, Joe.
It's so we're gonna have to. Then you want to take a bunch of these quarterbacks that have not had great success in the playoffs.
Someone asked, "Where's Jaden Daniels? He's better than anyone from 6 to 10."
No, he's not. He can't not play last year.
He fell off.
Yeah, he got.
He
got hurt by last year. He was unbelievable throwing and running and everything else, and then couldn't stay healthy. So you can't put him on there. You just can't. Now, I think he's got a chance to have a big bounce back. What else you got?
I got, an unrelated text, but someone said football season is 45 days away, and the Indiana Hoosiers and England soccer team have more playoff wins than the Dolphins in the past 25 years. Yeah, that's nice.
We're by the way, just so you know, we're very aware of that in case you haven't heard that being thrown out here. Speaking of teams that haven't won anything in the playoffs. And that's what's so funny. Like Josh Allen has won playoff games. He just can't quite get over the hump.
These lists are always fun, man. They're always fun to debate, but I don't know. People see sometimes like Dak Prescott doesn't do anything for me.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know how talented Drake May is.
I need more.
Yeah.
But he did a lot for that team. He did. That's good. He looks like
I don't think they're going to be as good.
He looks like a franchise quarterback.
They're not winning the division.
Who?
This year, the Patriots?
We'll see. I think it's going to be a dogfight between the two of them, the Bills and the Patriots. He got a good team. He's got to take the next step. They went out and got better receivers.
Someone said Omar would have put 2 on that list. Somebody said Baker Mayfield. I think Baker's good. I don't think he's top 10 good.
No, I'm not putting Baker on that top 10.
I'm going to vote for Bo Nix here on our YouTube chat.
Yeah. Hey, I will tell you one thing. Those teams don't want if they're not on the top 10 list, they're looking like franchise quarterbacks. And everybody's looking for a franchise quarterback. Yeah, it's that's a tough list, man.
Be nice to do that list next year. Malik Willis finds his way in there, huh?
Nice to get a quarterback.
Could you imagine?
That would be a nice one if Malik can play well. That would be really nice. Speaking of that,
I'd settle for top 15.
Speaking of Omar and getting Omar all lathered up, he's going to join us this morning at 7:00 hour. We'll talk to Omar about some things.
Do me a favor, though. Don't let him get to you today, all right? No matter what he says. I don't care if there's troubled players he wants to bring in. Don't let him get to you, all right?
So before he comes on, let me say this. I know we got to go to break. Stephon Diggs.
You got to hold this for the next hour?
You want me to?
Yeah, I think it'd be for the best.
All right. Look at, man, it's just not about production.
Hold it for the next hour.
All right.
So you're going to get going. You're going to get all riled up.
I'm not.
I talked to you about this yesterday with you.
I told you that right now everybody's got jobs to do on how to make the team better for the fan base. Okay.
Yeah. You're doing. I mean, you can't stop.
I can't help it, can I? I think it's the Dunkin' Donut coffee. I think it's part of the problem. I don't think it's my brain. Baptist, I don't know how much of a brain I have left, actually. Baptist El South, Florida. Boy, I'll tell you what, man, it is nice to know. I call it the good news, bad news. The bad news is you got injured. I'm sorry to hear about your competitive team and individual sports. But the good news is we got one of the top sports medicine programs in the country here in South Florida. Baptist Health South Florida is fantastic. They put together, how do you become a top sports medicine program? That's a great question. Yeah. Well, you go out and get 30 to 35 of the top specialists for every part of the body. So you got a team literally for knee, team of shoulder, team of foot and ankle, hand specialist, back specialist, hip and knee replacement, and not just one where you have to wait 9 years to get in to see them. So, yeah, they take care of Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU. And we got great facilities to go with the team doctors that we have that will look at you. And then from there, send you these specialists and get you all set up, man. It's a great program that they have set up for all of us to really enjoy. I got to tell you, man, they are fantastic. It's growing. It gets bigger with great doctors and great results for you. They've seen it all. High school, college, professional athletes, and all the rest of us with 3 great facilities. Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, also Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. All you have to do is visit baptisthealth.net/ortho today.
This update is brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com, starting with the Marlins, who were swept by Cleveland, falling 5-2. Miami will take a 52-45 record into the All-Star break. The Home Run Derby is tonight, with the All-Star game set for tomorrow. Over to the Heat, will continue Summer League play tonight against the Cavs. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock from Vegas. And in tennis, Jannik Sinner beat Alexander Zverev to win his second consecutive Wimbledon championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. We're in the high 80s now. Joe, it's going to get hot later.
Yeah, shocker there. That's a shocker. Yeah. Any of that exercise you may do if you're outdoors today, may want to do it either right now or in the evening before dark, because it is smoking hot out there. I'm going to try it one more time. A little tennis during the middle of the day. Very stupid, but I'm going to do it. Hey, good morning to everybody. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm going to go out of order here a little bit. Okay, I've been real patient. I get you have the right to take as much time as you want. LeBron has earned it. But come on, man. It's time to make a decision, okay? Everybody, I know, and these poor insiders, they are all over the board right now. They are all over the place. Those guys at ESPN got something different, a different angle just about every day. It's exhausting to watch this thing. Draymond spending time with LeBron. He thinks he made a nice recruitment. Golden State also gets Frank Vogel to be associate head coach and come in, and LeBron likes him a lot. Cavs about going home, and he's spending time there. And I'm like, okay, come on. Come on now. Philly still got a chance, and it's not about money. I'm like, okay, whatever it is, LeBron knows everybody. This is not some brand new league. He knows what everybody has. He knows who he likes, the way they play, and he's got guys he probably doesn't like their style of play. We know that he also wants a coach he respects. So you got a pretty good idea that we don't have to see your agent every friggin' day coming out with something new on the list. And, we haven't decided. And please make a decision. It's again, he's got the right to do whatever he wants, and everybody is going after him for good reason because he's still a good player. Trust me, they would not be spending this kind of time if his game was now seventh or eighth man coming off the bench for 10 minutes a night. And he's not that guy. And if you think he's that guy, you haven't been following the NBA. He can still play. May not be great every night, but he's got his nights like we saw against Houston in the playoffs where he can light it up and hit big shots. So anyway, that would be number one. Number two, speaking of the NBA, I kind of went back and forth. My first thought was on Tyler Hero getting punched by Bam Adebayo. He had enough, said something to him, what are you doing? I don't know what Tyler said back, but Bam let one rip and hit him, punched him. I guess he hit him in the face. And I think we all know Bam's not happy with his social media comments that Hero made about his game. Offensively and getting paid $60 million a year to be a defensive player. Sometimes, I mean, he went pretty hard. He was, I guess, threw in stats about his percentages of shooting and everything else. And my only question is for Tyler, and I think Tyler's really frustrated. I think he's frustrated. I think he's a little scorned because he wanted to stay here. He wanted to be here. He wanted everybody to know, look at, man, I average 20 points a game. I'm a damn good player offensively and everything else. And Bam was getting all the love and Tyler wasn't getting any love. I think we saw that. The team went, you can have anybody on our team but Bam Adebayo. And I think Tyler, he was hurt by all that stuff. I do. I think human nature, ego, and everything else of a guy that was a first-round pick, 7 years. And he was a really good player. Obviously, they gave him a $4-year, $120 million contract. Of course he's a good player. But I think the dumbest thing Tyler did, he can say whatever he wants, and I'm just saying from the outside, is you DM some guy that's a fan about Bam's game and thought it was going to stay between you. That is Tua dumb. That is like that's we got the new Tua list, and we're going to put Tyler on there. And he's saying all the right things now, and about Miami, and this is home, and I grew up, became a man here. Which, hey man, I get it. You're right. You're a teenage kid when you got here, and things have changed. There wasn't all that stuff to make all that money. That thing wasn't around, the NIL, when you were in college. But I don't know. Everybody's gonna have a little different take on the Bam. By the way, the PR world is gonna go on Bam's side every day of the week against Tyler, and this is another part of this. That's crazy. This is what podcast and social media is doing now between players, because guys get on podcasts and they're brutally honest about everything, right? Who they like, they don't like. And a lot of these guys, listen, I listen to Draymond Green. Draymond gets after people he's going to be playing against, and he gets after them. And he's got guys he likes, and took a shot, went after UD a little bit. UD went back after him. But this world we live in with Instagram and text messages flying out, and it's different. It's different time, man. None of this stuff was around. I know a lot of people, I think people like it. People like to know what they like their honesty, but I don't think it's necessarily good for team sports in any way. If you believe in, pissing other people off and motivating them, and, and bad blood, which, we saw with Tyler and Bam, who used to, they showed something. What did you see that? They went back and showed the clip of Bam and Tyler saying, "I got your back." Who's got your back on this? You got my back, brother. And they were having a Kentucky love fest, man. Well, that thing's done. That thing is over when it gets personal about contracts and what you've done versus what I've done, and all these different things. Tyler Hero making $31 million a year. Don't feel bad for Tyler Hero. And by the way, he's going to get another contract. What if he has a good year? This is the last year of his contract. He's going to make some good money, man. He has a good year wherever he ends up playing this year. Right now, it's Milwaukee.
Oh, he's making good money.
He's going to.
He will. No question.
Still going to be a young
really
guy
good player.
Yeah.
I just think he didn't live up to what people had a vision of him, maybe. Like, I think the most unfair point in his career was that playoff series when Jimmy goes down, right? It was like 2 years ago. And they go, "Well, we're gonna have to put the team on your back, Tyler. It's your chance to be the number one."
It was,
and he did not deliver.
No,
nope. But again, I don't think that's what he is. He's not a superstar. He's not really an all-star type guy. He's a very good player, though, and I'm sure he's going to put up monster numbers in Milwaukee.
He's going to get a fresh start to go back home. As of right now,
he will be in the top scorers in the NBA if he plays in Milwaukee, if he's healthy. You agree, right?
I think his number is going to go up. I don't think it's going to be 28, 29 points a game. No.
He'll flirt with it. He's going to get a lot of shots over there.
He could get the number that Riley wanted. Remember, Riley said somebody's got to score 24 a game, and it was looking like Tyler Hero. What did he end up that year? He ended up just a little bit under that, didn't he?
But he's going to get a lot of shots, man. There's no one else there. He's the number one guy now.
He will be on a mission to put no matter what happens to this team, I'm gonna get mine every night.
Yes,
I do agree with you. I totally agree with you. So we've got that, and congratulations, MLB draft, and we had three guys here, not all high school, but from 3 high schools here in South Florida. Congratulations to Jacob Lombard, Gio Rojas, and Justin LeBron. Speaking of LeBron, congratulations, all first-round picks. And 14th, 16th, and 18th, the Marlins take the shortstop with the 14th pick, Jacob Lombard. So congratulations to all those guys. 3 first-round picks in Dade and Broward in the draft. I bring it up because we talk so much about the football and all the guys that get drafted, and this area is full of guys who went to Dade and Broward high schools that play in the NFL. And we got the same thing in baseball. We've had a lot of guys going to have great careers, a lot of guys playing that grew up down here And so a big congratulations to those guys. Life-changing money right out of high school, man. Those signing bonuses, I'm guessing they're all going to turn pro and not turn it down to go to college. But anyway, nice story there. We got to go to break.
Can you promise me something? I know we got Omar coming up here that you won't fight with him today. I'm trying to keep your blood pressure intact.
I'm good.
Because I know you're going to bring up this thing.
What?
About these troubled players that he wants to bring in.
Omar knows that these guys, Omar's got to know that if these guys, they're not good fits here. They're not. And we'll get into it, and we'll talk about that. We got a lot of stuff.
Is it the key right now for the Dolphins to establish a culture? Isn't that one of the big keys that these guys need to do?
So, you told me not to do it. Now you're going to bring it up. Of course.
It's okay. We got a couple minutes now.
Yeah.
We're about 10 minutes out from Omar, so we got a few minutes.
It's very, very important for this team to make sure, because you bring in a guy that's not happy, he's not getting the ball.
Mm-hmm. Not happy the team isn't good.
Stephon Diggs and Trayvon Diggs are out there, and both of them, one of the reasons they still haven't been picked up is for what we're talking about.
Anyone who's out there right now is probably damaged goods, right?
Well, just at the end of their careers in some cases.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to tell you, man, one thing for last year that was a savior, they found 2 cornerbacks who ended up being good, solid players. Not Pro Bowl players, but really good players on both sides. Both those corners they picked them up. What we have, like 3 guys get hurt in like 1 day or 2 days, and they're like, all right, what do we do now? We got everybody's brothers hurt. And those guys played every game just about and were solid as a rock. Really, hey, that's why they're on rosters right now. They got picked up, no question.
Changing the culture's got to be the number one goal, though, right? You look big picture with this thing.
I would say developing what you have, but part of the culture is part of that. Look at the knock on Mike for me is he was a smart offensive guy. That's why he got offered so many offensive coordinator jobs. I don't know. He could have maybe had one of the bad jobs as a head coach. He got some interviews. But Mike, I would debate Mike every day of the week on his style of letting these guys come in and have so much control. Just did not work. We had guys run all over you, Mike. You can say whatever you want. They ran all over you. They lied to you about where they were going. It was bad. And everybody knew, and then guys are leaving meetings early because they said they had to pick up kids and they were sick and all these things. And then other guys see it, and they're going, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? And you start to lose a team. You just do.
These guys seem to have it under control, but you can bring in one toxic guy, and that could be that.
And you can't have guys that are supposed to be your leaders that aren't very good at it. That's the other thing. You can bring up guys just so you think they'll be good and they're going to be around other guys, but you just can't throw guys into leadership roles. Anyway.
It'd be nice to not have to discuss leadership anymore,
I'm
too.
I'm tired of the leadership, too. I'm with you. Yeah. Let's just develop the team. I think the way the GM and head coach want to do it. They know what they're doing, and now we got to find out how much talent we have, especially with the 21 draft picks from last year and this year. How quickly can they develop? And anyway, we'll get into all that stuff with my man Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, will join us in just a minute. Hurricane season is here, man. So far, so good. But boy, I'll tell you what, you know what's coming at some point. Yeah, the old Atlantic Ocean is going to get real active. And when it does, Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofings, hope you'll call them by then and get going and get all the work done you need. Their windows Hurricane Category 5 rated. Loctite Impact provides 100% financing with 0 down, no interest, no payments for 1 year. If you got no leaky roof, replace your old roof now. You can pay later. Plus 24/7 roof repairs. They got a repair company for the roof that does nothing but patch up and get you through the hurricane season till you make the big decision. The best part, Impact Windows as low as $6 per month per window install. Don't wait for the next storm. Get the deal of a lifetime today. Keep your home protected with the best products and the best people. Chev, the CEO, said, hey, come on. Let us get to work for you. Let's get it done. Let's get a deal done, and we'll get to work. Whether you're in Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Loctite Impact is a name you need to always remember. So call today, 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to answer all your questions, or go to LoctiteImpact.com.
1043, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. And, man, I got to tell you, one thing that gets going like a really good coffee in the morning, I mean a big boy. I don't mean a small coffee, but a nice-sized Dunkin' Donut coffee loaded, is Omar Kelly from the Miami Herald Dolphins columnist. Boy, you can't wait to get this thing rolling in a couple weeks, can you?
Oh, yes, I can. I got 2 weeks of freedom left, Joe. It's like getting ready to do a bid in jail. Every weekend of my life will be planned until January. So I can wait. I can wait.
You're right. That thing does get locked up. Man, we got all kinds of stuff. First of all, I'm getting a lot of this recently. And I know because I saw this with Brian Flores when it was tank for Tua, and we got to be real bad so we can get this guy or that guy.
Yeah.
And I hate when people are throwing away a season and going, oh, I hope we're bad so we can get Jeremiah Smith or get Arch Manning. And so you're seeing some of that too, right? Like, let's get the 1, 2, or 3 pick, and we can either get the top quarterback or the top non-quarterback, which might be Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremiah Smith. I heard about him this week when I ran into a fan. He was like, yeah, we got to be bad to get Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And I understand. The one thing that I will say is there are other teams that have worse rosters than Miami. Look at Arizona if you don't believe that. So some of those teams are probably strategically positioning themselves to get whoever that quarterback is going to be, whether it's a kid from Oregon, kid from Oklahoma, kid from Texas, kid from South Carolina. And nobody knows who that quarterback is going to be at this point. A year ago, Fernando Mendoza, you were the first person ever that I heard Fernando Mendoza's name from when he was playing for California, by the way. Give you some credit and props on that. But he wasn't even one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the nation.
He wasn't.
And so that happens all the time. So I'm curious to see how this season plays out. But on top of that, if you look at these rosters in 2019 and 2026, there's really no comparison. There might be only 2 areas where that 19 team had a better quarterback. And I'm talking, we got to start with, better roster, and we got to start with the quarterback. They had a better quarterback back then. The receiver unit was probably better back then, but head and shoulders, this is a better roster than 2019, which is why I expect at least 5 wins this season. That's not even up for debate with me. I think every NFL team should win 4 games as long as they're trying.
Well, they're going to try. I can just say this on behalf of our GM and head coach without seeing him here. They're going to try to win every game. They are not, you can tank it all you want and say they're going to try to win every game, and they're going to try to develop every guy, and they're going to squeeze everything out of every guy they can to find out the upside of what it's going to look like going forward before they have free agency money, and can jump back in this game a little bit.
Yeah. The first thing is you got to figure out whether you have a quarterback or not. And
that's one.
That's what this season is about. You gotta fortify your offensive line. That's why you drafted Caden Proctor. Hopefully Jonas Savaiinaea takes that next step. And then also, probably more importantly, you got to establish your defensive line, because I think that's probably the biggest area of concern for this team in terms of how much of a jump are the second-year defensive tackles going to make. And do you have some edge setters? Do you have our Josh Uche and Chop Robinson?
Yeah.
Are they upper echelon? Can they get the job done not only as pass rushers but edge setters? You know where you are with the linebackers, and also you got to rebuild the secondary. But I think that they have talent there. They just don't have any established players. And for me, that's where Jeff Hafley has to flex some of his expertise.
I got to ask you, so I see Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Diggs are both out there. You're already laughing.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit this team. Neither.
I'm a big Stephon Diggs fan. Everybody knows that. So he made the argument this weekend in video, which my videographer for I Am Athlete is his personal videographer, so I know whose work it is. He made the argument that he's better than just about every team's number 2. I second.
You've looked at him. There's no shot. You realize
not from a personality standpoint. There's just no shot. Now, would it
Higgins,
benefit?
Adams, Pickens, Williams, Addison, Sutton? Yeah, there's a lot of good number 2s out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's probably the 5th best number 2. If we're, but he's probably better than some teams' number 1. He's better than every receiver on this roster. So
I know, but let's get in the other part of this. Nobody's question. He's put up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Why are so many teams going, all right, we've seen the show, it's good.
How many issues does he have? It's the same situation that, is the juice worth the squeeze, the off-field distraction. He's won one lawsuit. He's got a couple born. He's got 5 baby mamas. There's a lot of drama that comes with Stephon Diggs and but there's an alpha personality. I love my alphas, Joe. So
yeah, but does that fit in with what we're trying to do with a bunch of young guys that are trying to figure this thing out, and you got one guy doing it differently or going off on upset about something or gets pulled off the field to deal with some issue?
I don't think they haven't had that many on-field issues with Stephon Diggs. I think it's the off-field concerns, and you have to have a strong coach. You have to have a strong personality of a coach. And I don't know if this coach has that personality. I don't know if it's the right fit. He'll get a job. He will absolutely get a job. Some team will feel like they need some help, and they'll go and get Stephon Diggs and Trayvon Diggs too. Trayvon Diggs could help this team as well. But that's not what
you think Trayvon Diggs wants to sit around and work with all the young guys and stuff, or Trayvon Diggs going to be worried about Trayvon Diggs on the outside?
I don't know Trayvon Diggs that much, but I think he's just looking for an opportunity to reestablish himself in the NFL. He was once one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and now he's.
You said Trayvon. I'm sorry. Yeah, cornerback. Yeah, he had 11 picks one season with Dallas. He got himself a big contract.
The Diggs boys, their reputation precedes them. So
I just don't know if that's a good fit. They may end up having another, nice run of something, but I'm with you. I don't think this team is set up or structured for that. Nor do they have a lot of money because, these guys, there's going to be a little humble pie coming for these two with money. You know that.
Probably.
I'm not saying it's still good money, the average guy out there, but for what they're used to making.
But here's the thing. How different is Trayvon Diggs from Jalen Reagor in terms of progress stopper, age? Jalen Reagor's here, and he's probably not going to make the team, but
I don't hear anything from that guy. Like, he's quiet. You had to go look his stuff up.
You talking about talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything Stephon Diggs said last year that was real controversial, but I understand the.
No. I thought he was a good soldier. No, they got a good year out of him. He did what they needed him to do for most of that season.
It'll be interesting to see what New England does without him from a receiver standpoint. Obviously they got AJ Brown and paid handsomely for him. Who else?
And Dobbs on the outside, paid good money to get from Green Bay Packers, who's a good receiver.
Okay.
Listen, so anyway,
it'll be interesting. This team, they're not in the stopgap. They're not in the veteran patch market.
No.
So
we put in fresh grass, man. We just want to grow, right? We want a nice yard. That's what they want.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, listen,
we got to fertilize it too. We got to fertilize it. We got to manicure it. We got
coach it. Coach it. See who play the system. Who plays hard every game. Who gets down. Who loses their confidence. Hey, man, we got 21 draft picks over the last 2 years, and we got to find out in year 2 how much those guys. That's a big growth year, and we got to find out how quickly this class can develop. And the guy you talked about is right up there behind Malik Willis to Chop Robinson. You agree that Chop, man, year 3, brother, a fresh start. You got to get it figured out. We need pressures.
We no, I don't even think pressures are the issue. I think Chop is good on pressures. Chop is good as a pass rusher. It's the other downs that are the concern. And is he going to be an every down defensive end? Is he going to be an every down edge player? Is he going to be a 600, 700 snap player? We don't know. And if he is, how much does it challenge the run stop, the run defense? I can tell you, outside of him beating up Keon Smith, all OTAs without pads, I can tell you I have absolutely no idea what to expect from Chop Robinson, but I know he's motivated. I know he's hungry.
I agree with all those. His coach said he's wants to learn. He wants to be great. All those things you want to hear. He's not a guy coming in that's lost his confidence. That's one thing. It's funny, Omar, you said that. We've had a lot of guys that were high expectation guys and high picks that lost their confidence.
Those first-round picks that you love, Joe. Those first-round picks. Charles Harris. Yeah.
I do love them. Hey, listen, man, there's no arguing that you need your ones and twos to be special. And if you get a 4, 5, or a 6 that ends up being a really good player, that's just.
Let me ask you a question about last year's draft class. What percentage would you give it that Dante Trader Jr. is the best player in last year's draft class?
He could be this year, but not last year. No. He didn't get to play enough. The 2 defensive tackles both better.
Well, I actually think he played just as much as the 2 defensive tackles. I think snap-wise,
Dante Trader did not play as much as those 2 guys.
They played 500. He played, I think, 411 or something like that. And really, he should have played more. Let's be real about it. I don't know.
But you're not a big Kenneth Grant guy, so
no, I'm not.
You're hard on the first round picks. You need to understand the importance of the first and second round picks.
Joe, man. I don't. But you're not answering my question. I'm telling you.
I can answer this. When they don't work out, when 1s and 2s don't work out, we're usually not very good. We look back and go, wow, we missed on Cam Smith. Oh, did we miss? Oh, we missed on this. We missed on this guy. We missed on a Notre Dame left tackle, guard, play here, play there. Huh?
Jonas Avenatti, you might have missed on him.
Well, we're hoping, but you're right, because of past history, we're worried about that. We're worried about Savaianaya. What was the guy's name from Notre Dame? I already forgot about. Came back, signed a $2 million, and then never played because he was injured. What's the guy's name? Left tackle, right guard, tackle.
Liam Eichenberg. Leave Liam alone. Leave Liam alone.
Eichenberg ended up not being that good. Not good enough for where he got drafted. Not even close.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
But he started 55 games or something like that. He started a lot of games.
On a bad offensive line. That's
true.
We got to hit on those guys. And I agree. We don't hit on them.
It would be nice if you hit on them, but there's no guarantee that anybody you draft in any round is going to be better.
No, your 1s and 2s need on a higher percentage to hit than the 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Every team's 1s and 2s don't. Look at Jalen Reagor. He was a 1. It's something you don't hit on every one, and that's Philadelphia Eagles, man. They don't mess up. That's a Howie Roseman selection. It happens, Joe. It just happens. And I like talent. I don't care where you were drafted. There was a time on this team where Cam Wake and Brent Grimes were the top players on this team. Both of them were undrafted players.
Yeah. We have had it, but the way the system is set up and the amount of money that is spent on where you're picking, and you got a top 5 pick, you expect to get a top 5 player, or top 6 player, or top 12 player. The best player,
top 20 players.
You know who the best player should be this year by the end of the year? Should be the guy that's playing of the 21 draft picks. The guy that should be the best player is that left guard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and let's hope that a lot of things factor into that: injury, confidence.
Okay, but confidence is part of the deal. I expect my guys that have a high draft picks to have confidence in the programs they played in, that they get here and all of a sudden their moves don't work the same and stuff, that they come up with new stuff and they don't fall apart.
I don't disagree with you, but there's no guarantee.
But listen, I do agree. Look, we're in a situation with the 21 draft picks. We need a lot more than 1s and 2s to work out. I totally agree. We need the 2-5s to work out. We need a defensive tackle. I know you wrote about Jordan Phillips, and we need Dante Trader. We need the 2-5s to step up and go.
Those are 2-5s, and I can tell you they're probably my favorite players in that draft class.
It could be. That's
and
fair.
Probably my favorite players on the team. Like those two, they set the standard of what we should expect from second-year players. I love Jordan Phillips physically.
Well, because look at the work they put in. Their body's screaming at you. This is how important football is. Look in the middle of the offseason, OTAs, and look how I look. Do I look like I've been eating cheeseburgers? Do I look like I'm drinking those green shakes that those dudes drink?
I drink the green shake too, Joe.
Those healthy, whatever those healthy. He even got Marino drinking them. I went, bro, stop. Now you've gone too far. You got Dan Marino drinking those green shakes after practice. Yeah, it got a little crazy. Hey, so anyway, yeah, we have that. I got to ask you one more here real quickly here. I'm running super late. Woody's all excited here. Tyrell Dotson, he's coming off his best year. They didn't draft Jacob Rodriguez as their third overall pick to sit around and be a special teams guy.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
It's going to be a situation where Jacob Rodriguez has to push for playing time. And I realistically don't see any reason why all three linebackers can't play. It's not like you got a Sam linebacker that just screaming, I got to get on the field. So
I just don't know if they're going to play all three of those guys a lot. I keep hearing about all these packages, and I'm having trouble seeing a package. And I think it's the strongest group on the team, those three.
Mm-hmm. But Tyrell Dotson's not going to let that job go. I think
he's good, and he's a communicator. Not everybody wants to be the communicator out there.
Absolutely, and there's no harm in not rushing a rookie onto the field. I think that's going to be the case for most.
There's a little more urgency on this team, my man. There's a little more urgency for young dudes to play on this team.
Yeah, and you
can't tell me 21 draft picks.
You know what happens, Joe? A guy gets injured. A young player gets his opportunity, and he's got to seize on that opportunity. And I think Jacob Rodriguez will get that opportunity. Tyrell Dotson has always had soft tissue injury issues, and now more than ever, he knows the minute he's not able to practice, he's going to open up a window for Jacob Rodriguez to show what he's got, and the rookie's got to play well. And we will see. And obviously, if it's even, it's going to the rookie. Every veteran knows that, so it can't be even.
All right. Well, listen, Omar, thank you. I do love ones and twos. Can't get enough of them. Just got to get it right. That's all. All right.
Yeah. Dante Trader and Jordan Phillips. Remember. Those are your best players in that draft class, and they're the 5th round picks, Joe.
But you've been a little down on the first rounder out of Michigan, and I hope he just has a breakout year. I hope so. I know. You weren't even excited about that body. I know. I saw it. I heard it. Omar, thank you. Appreciate it.
I guess.
All right. Hey, time to tell you before we get back to all this craziness this morning. Tell you it's summertime, and Dr. Barry's team at Recovery Unplugged has your back. Boy, guys, if you're going through a little depression, a lot of crazy things going on right now. A lot. You look at all the things with depression and anxiety people are going through. Guys going through marriages breaking up, losing jobs, trying to find something else to stress, and it's getting to a lot of guys out there. Man, sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. Sometimes you just need a little help to get back on the road. Their mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale is a private, comfortable space for you to heal with music-based care that hits the right note. They accept most major insurance plans. Call 954-737-4508 or visit Recovery Unplugged this summer. Heal Out Loud. I got to tell you, man, it works. Met with Dr. Barry and that staff over there. We're going to try to get Dr. Barry on here. He's got a great message for all guys going through it right now. Recovery Unplugged. It works.
31st. And be sure to catch all the soccer action this week at the Carousel Club. So we have that going on, Joe. I know you're a tequila guy, so
I am a.
might be right up your alley.
I had a
there.
few tequilas out this weekend.
You always do. All right. We talked about this a little bit on Friday, this Conor McGregor, Max Holloway deal here. And there's a lot of controversy. Like, this is another scam, as expected, I guess. There's a lot of people that think he was hurt going into the thing.
Yes.
There's video of him warming up in his dressing room. It looks like he's hurt. There's slow-mos of him getting into
all I know is he got $15 million.
Well, it was a packed arena, and I'm guessing a lot of people tuned in. But they asked Dana White about it. Here's what he said.
We were talking about the guy over here earlier asking about there being a pre-injury. Just on my accounts, the face-off that day is at 80 million views, right? So if there was a pre-existing injury, somebody would have noticed it. He was limping, put his shoes on. He ran right at him. I don't think there was. Anything is possible, but he sure didn't look like it. And for 80 million just on my accounts, that number's got to be massive. And nobody noticed anything. So there you go.
So what's incredible about this is 69 seconds, and they think he blew out his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
He's been away for 5 years. Did anybody think in his late 30s, all of a sudden he was going to get it back together?
And I think Drake bet $1 million on him to win.
Good. Flying kick, what is a roundhouse kick, whatever. I heard guys talking about what was the dumbest thing to start with when you haven't done this. He goes, I've been doing it in camp, and I just got hurt. And he got 217,000 a second. Mm-hmm. I saw that breakdown.
Dana White's got to stop making up these wild numbers, by the way. What do you remember? He said like 200 million people would watch the thing at the White House. And they're like, well, CBS or whatever, the Apple Paramount Plus only has like 60 million subscribers total. Like,
it sounds good, man.
80 million people watch the weigh-in. Are you kidding me? That would be almost double the people that watch the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I got you. It's a big thing to exaggerate your numbers. That's a big
well, if 80 million people didn't see it on a YouTube stream, then how could he be injured?
I don't know, but he loaded up that 401k. Not that Conor McGregor is hurting for money.
I saw videos of people that were leaving that arena that were like, we flew from other countries to watch this thing.
That's on you, man.
Yeah.
They said he even walked in. He was different. I saw the guy he was had the match with, and he goes, yeah, he wasn't coming in. Said he kind of lost all that stuff. He can still hype it up. No, hey, listen, nobody can hype up anything like.
I saw people tweet out they pirated the stream. They didn't pay for it, and they go, I still feel like I got ripped off. All right, Joe.
All right, what else you got?
One more quickie here for you. So we had the MLB draft, as you've been discussing here. We had the first pick in the draft, and here's Rob Manfred announcing that. I'll tell you what he did after.
With the first pick of the 2026 MLB draft, the Chicago White Sox select Rock Chalewski, a shortstop from UCLA.
Oh, Chalewski.
Yeah, except it's not Chalewski, and it's Chalewski. Here's the thing: they said this guy has been the consensus number one pick for a year.
Yeah, so everybody kind of had.
Don't you think, as the commissioner of baseball, you should be able to step up? You had one job: step up to the podium and don't butcher the guy's name.
Yeah, I agree.
He took the high road, by the way. Rock, he said he didn't notice it because he heard Rock and he was already crying, and so he didn't. He was like, "Oh, it's cool." Like he took the high road on it, but
he'll end up being a good player. They'll get it all.
I don't know how that happens, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
By the way, people not very high on old Rob Manfred.
Well,
he might be the most disliked of all the commissioners.
The good news for him was only on MLB Network. Was it on anything else, or was it?
No,
it might have been on ESPN this year. I think they were going to expand it. I didn't.
Usually, you're on top of the Major League Baseball draft, but
I do like.
You didn't even let us know when it was coming on this year.
I didn't. It snuck up on me, Woody. It snuck up on me.
All right, I got something that's sneaking up on everyone here, Joe. This is really good news here. DraftKings is live in all 50 states, and yes, that means you, Florida. The Cup is down to its final matches. One trophy, one champion. DraftKings has you covered for every single one. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment all in one app right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, you can sign up with the code 1043WQAM. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. Again, that is code 1043WQAM. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. 52-45 record into the All-Star break. The Home Run Derby is tonight, with the All-Star game set for tomorrow. Over to the Heat. We'll continue Summer League play tonight against the Cavs. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock from Vegas. And in tennis, Jannik Sinner beat Alexander Zverev to win his second consecutive Wimbledon championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. We are in the mid-80s, Joe. It is going to get quite hot later in the day. A dramatic finish to Wimbledon, though, yesterday. Fun match.
It was. That was good stuff for tennis fans.
That's his
long
fifth,
one,
by the way, fifth Grand Slam for Sinner.
Sinner, nice bounce back. Lost that first set, and boy, that was fun to watch. Those guys really power. Both of them. Zverev played great, by the way. I know he lost and has a horrible record against Sinner, but boy, did he play great. 4-set win for him, and winning that one especially was special. So Zverev, by the way, number 2 player in the world. And has had a great month, right? Runner-up in Wimbledon, wins the French Open, and has played really well here at age 29. So it's we had some drama here in town, folks. One of our more popular sports, the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, teammates for 7 years. 7 years. I got your back. You're my dog. You're all this. We're together. And the old divide. One guy never mentioned in trades. The other guy mentioned Tyler Hero's been mentioned for last 3 years in trade talk. And so they trade him in the big Milwaukee for Giannis package. And Bam's getting an extension, some $60+ million a year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on that new deal that he's going to get. And so I see the whole thing. I really do. If you step back, and they were boys and all that stuff, and I think Tyler just things he said, very stupid, by the way, very stupid by Tyler Hero. If your friendship with Bam matters, maybe he truly didn't care anymore. Something happened, but if you're going to talk to somebody you don't know and open up about what Bam Adebayo can't do and you can do, you got to be really stupid. I mean, you it's just really. And then, like, dude, I thought it was between us. Yeah, of course. Some guy you don't know and you think it's between us. Hell, you got friends it's not between us. Dumb stuff. So anyway, Bam wasn't happy, punched him when he saw him at Las Vegas on the practice court. But it's not one for social media. These kind of things do go on, and guys will say that. I've seen guys getting fights over contracts and, dude, how'd you get paid? And things happen, man. Guys go after each other. Guys break it up. You just never hear about it. And now we hear about every play-by-play of the whole situation of what happened. And so, and I'm guessing, man, Tyler Hero's had a nice career here. He was not an embarrassment. Averaged roughly 20 points a game throughout his career here. But was not Bam Adebayo. And he's not going to win a popularity contest around the league against Bam Adebayo either with the other players. He's just not. So it's kind of a crazy one after we saw this. And
what do you think the league does?
Nothing.
You don't think they'll do anything?
No. I don't think they're going to do anything. I think both teams are aware of everything. I'm guessing both teams, probably some of them, were there to see it when it happened.
I just pretend Bam is Wemby and then just let it go, right?
Well, I was a little surprised that Bam got that upset about it, and didn't confront him. He did confront him and say, "Hey, dude, what's the deal, man? You blaming me for what happened to you? You're blaming me like I put a gun to the head to give them the contract that they're giving me, or they wanted to keep me and not keep you, and you're blaming me? I didn't have anything to do with it, dude. You." And I think Tyler Hero really wanted to finish his career here. When I heard his comments about the wife and the kids will be staying here, they're growing up here. This is where I learned to be a man here, and I love living here, and the fans love me here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to go play somewhere else, but my family's staying here. I was like, oh, that's a guy that's still ego's a little hurt. They didn't want to keep you. Like, I'm averaging 20 points a game, and you're calling me the problem. And so I get it. And this stuff, it's just want everybody to know these things do happen. I think the Heat's done one of the greatest jobs in the day of social media of keeping all their drama without people finding out. And when they do have it, they put the fire out faster than any other organization. By the way, that's what great organizations do. That's one of the great things that the Miami Heat have. And so anyway, it's over. But it will be fun to watch when Milwaukee plays the Miami Heat. This will get fun. And the other thing out there right now, and man, I don't know when, but it's now starting to get old. This LeBron making this decision. I call it the last decision because I believe this is going to be his last year. It's getting to be too much. It's getting to be too much with the agent coming out giving us updates, and now every player, and we got Draymond Green who is taking advantage of this with his relationship, and that's his agent, and he's part of the LeBron team and talking about spending time with him, and thought he gave a pretty good recruitment job to him when they were golfing in Puerto Rico. And it's just like, okay, let's make a decision. I hear Jaylen Brown saying the same thing. We need LeBron, and I get why everybody wants him. I get he can still play. He's not 10th man. Anybody out there thinks all of a sudden he's done, shame on you for not watching the Houston series where he carried that team to beating a really good Houston team in those playoffs. They got their ass kicked the next round by OKC, but LeBron's worth waiting for, and I understand that. But, man, make a decision. If you're going to stay home, come out and say you're staying home. We don't have to have this big show, man. It would be called, by the way, the last decision.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of him finishing his career in Cleveland. Like, the more you look at this, Joe, it's going to be a massive distraction for whoever brings him in. Like,
no, it's not.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's only going to be because he's a great player. He's one of the greatest players of all time. That's why.
It's going to be a distraction. I mean, it just is. But
what do you mean? Like it's going to affect the team?
It might.
Oh, get out of here. We just had it for 4 years.
He hasn't done a lot of winning lately.
We had it for 4 years. Huh?
He hasn't done a lot of winning late in his career. We also, the last time he was here, was in his prime.
He did a lot of winning last year.
Okay, he was in his prime.
They won a lot of games last year.
I'm talking about when it matters in the playoffs.
The two guys playing with him couldn't show up.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
He was in his prime when he was here. This is 41, going on 42 now. So,
yeah, he averaged 21 points a game. He's been right there.
I don't doubt that it's good for business. I just don't know how great it is for winning right now. If you're the Heat and you're trying to build something.
They're trying to win right now. They're not trying to build anything. They're trying to win right now, Woody. What's the build? You act like we got 7 first-round picks.
Yeah, you're trying to put pieces around 2 guys. You're trying to build around them.
Pat Riley's 80 years old. He's trying to get another one right now.
I think a lot of people have been put off by the way LeBron has handled this.
I don't disagree with that.
And it's starting to get nauseating to be honest. You know I'm one of LeBron's biggest fans, but
no, you're not sounding like it.
Well, it's starting to get really rough. I had listening to this agent go on with Max Kellerman every day.
But what's that have to do with him actually being on this team? You realize when he comes to this team, he is honestly second best player, maybe third best player on this team. Who you going to put ahead of him?
No, you're right. I know he's still playing at a high level. Okay. I know.
He's not going to be affected by what everybody, and by the way, it is good for business down here because this area loves star power as much as any area in the country.
Look, I don't know Giannis. I know that Giannis is one of the top players in the league. Does he want to play second fiddle to LeBron's last dance here?
I don't think he plays second fiddle. I think he leads the team every night in scoring. I don't think he plays second fiddle.
He'll lead them in scoring, but he's not going to be the number one draw on the team. Not going to be the guy.
You think
it's LeBron's team wherever he goes.
Think Giannis, after all the losing he's done the last few years, is worried about that? Giannis wants to friggin' win. He's getting his money. Bam's getting their money. They want to win. And they're looking out there and going to 41. He's better than anything in the 30s out there, anything in the 20s that we can get. That's why all these teams are stroking him so hard to try to get him. You can't just all of a sudden go, he's a distraction. We can't win with him.
I mean, it is a distraction one way or another, but
I don't get what you keep saying. What kind of distraction is he?
it's guys about his last year. He's going to go around to every arena. They're going to play videos for him probably.
Should not affect how other guys play. Matter of fact, the pressure's on him, not on you. He's the one that's still trying to play and will be motivated to still not look like a guy that's at the end of – usually a guy that plays his last year sits at the end of the bench and comes in occasionally for a few minutes, and everybody goes, boy, was he a great player. LeBron's ego will not let that happen.
I saw his agent said he's not chasing rings either, so I'm not sure what that means, but –
it's funny. I think because you're talking about the Philly thing, if he goes there, everybody's, oh, you're just out to get a ring. And I think he's looking at that too. Yeah, I do want to win a ring. And if I can be the piece to help them win a ring, I really don't care. Nobody does this to any other player except him, that he bounces around and Barkley was all over it yesterday. Barkley was killing him. Just killing him.
Yeah, because it gets annoying after a while.
All right.
Well,
then do me a favor. If he does come here, don't kiss his ass, okay? I don't want you to kiss his ass. I mean, you can't have a distraction. He wasn't a distraction. And been a distraction on a team. They've been fine. Been on 3 teams. They've done a lot of winning. All right. We got to go to break here. Distraction. Yeah, they're gonna want everybody's gonna be showing up. National media will be here a lot. We haven't had them around for a while. You're right.
You want the circus back in town. I understand.
I think most fans should want the circus back.
I think they do. I'm just telling you, I don't know from a winning standpoint how much it helps you, number one. And number two,
from a winning point, having
Giannis,
him
did Giannis come down to Miami and say, yeah, I want to be part of a farewell tour for LeBron?
No, he's not looking at him as farewell. He's looking at that guy can still play.
Fair enough.
You don't think he can help you win games? Would he?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Joe.
You didn't
but
say
I
that.
Also
you
think
didn't
he's
say
a
that.
massive distraction with his farewell
Oh, my
tour.
God. The distraction thing is just like you act like, all right, 20 minutes early. We're going to do it again tonight. LeBron, we're going to give you a celebration tonight. Last night, we gave you a new statue. Tonight, we're giving you a new jersey for your whole family. Come on, man. Super Sure. Let's talk about them for just a second, man. You sign your insurance policy. For some brokers, that's a finish line handshake. Commission done. Then you may not hear from them until you get that next renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps in the risk. That's why introducing Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, can be too complex to just buy a policy online. Super Sure is a super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with your year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can get access to tools like fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Joe, before we get back to the show here, we got a chance for you to win VIP tickets at Gulfstream's Taste at the Track. Tacos and tequila with unlimited tastings on Saturday, July 25th. For your chance to win, enter at the WQAM contest page at WQAM.com. Gulfstream Park Summer Racing Series takes an exciting turn with live racing every Monday through August 31st. Be sure to catch all the soccer action this week at the Carousel Club.
All right. Sounds good. Got a lot of things going on. A lot of places to go to watch them, too, if you don't want to go in person. Tell you what, it's been a great time. I wish when I started that we would have had all these events and sports going on. It's been great. It's made summers better. It really has. And getting the World Cup here in this country has been fantastic, even though FIFA's a little shaky. The officiating and referees are a little shaky.
We're going to be glad when we get back to the American sports.
Oh, we can just bitch about our own officials, right? About the officiating. Yeah, that's
not this wild though. This is set new standards here for
first of all,
stuff, but
the whole thing with the president calling the head of FIFA and then taking credit for getting him to change his mind and allowing him to play. Then of course they end up getting their butt kicked in the thing, but it's just, and all these countries already think there's always a conspiracy theory out there and it was a bad look. It was a terrible look. You know, if you would just talk to the guy and left it alone, right? Just president, he knows the head of FIFA loves our president. And if you would just said, hey, can you take a look at this and then leave it alone? But he just couldn't help himself. He had to just let everybody know, I got that done. That's America. That's me. And then it just didn't go well.
We got the Final Four set here, Joe. Let me get you a World Football Scoreboard update.
I like
that. By Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is truly unmatched for every match with 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, spicy margaritas made with Casamigos, and unrivaled views all tournament. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we have I combine both those names. France and Spain.
Hey, I like that, though. That's a Joe Rose special right there.
France and Spain tomorrow at 3.
That should be a good match. Should be a really good match.
Spain slightly favored in that one. Argentina and England will be on Wednesday.
That should be a good one, too.
And then
they were the 4 favorites, right? Woody, is that? I believe that's what
about
they said.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got the third place game Saturday at 5, and then the championship Sunday, 3:00.
It's either good news, all the good teams are playing, and you're excited, or you're excited it's almost over. But either way, it's nice to have you with us this morning.
It is almost over.
They had something happen, and we were just talking about this. And when it happens in our sports over here, not soccer, we go nuts. Why was Erling Haaland on the bench at the end of the game? They take him out, and you're going, wait a second. He's your best player. He's one of the best players in the world, period. And they're going, no, he had dead legs. He was wiped out. He couldn't play anymore. I would say, well, let him stand around for a while until you need him. You can't take that guy out. Anyway, they're saying, no, it's wiped out. He's played a lot. Nobody said a word. I thought it was kind of.
He looked like he could have been one of your teammates back in the day, man.
He did.
The way this guy's out partying.
By the way, did he enjoy his? Did he?
Yeah, he had a good time.
Nobody enjoyed the World Cup as a fan or player more than he did.
Yep.
He picked up about 90 million followers, and he said, I love everything over here. This has been fun. And their team was here in Fort Lauderdale area.
Yeah.
So he goes, I like everything over here, man. It's been great. So he had a great experience. South Florida ought to keep him around for everything, for everybody's vacations and stuff, and let the guy work with tourism down here, man. He loved it. My God, did he have a good time. All right, so besides all that, we've got, I'm going to leave the Omar stuff alone. I'm tired about having this. I just hit my knee on that. They got to lift these tables up every so often, that off the side there.
It's a smaller man's
room
there.
It is. So,
but you did good today. You didn't let him get to you. Like you did last time.
Well,
Last
you
time
just
you lost
there's
your mind.
nobody out there. I get that you want to have great drafts. Man, you want people to go, hey, ranking drafts at the end of the year going, well, the Dolphins clearly the best draft in the National Football League. You like to hear that, and we don't hear it. But you got to hit on your top picks. You just have to. And I don't mean okay or rotating in. Ones need to look like ones, man. You put them in. I'm not saying they're going to the, they're making all pro every year, but you want them to go, man, that's a guy we want around here for a while. And twos are the same thing. And we've moved up to get a couple of second-round picks. So, yeah. But I'm not taking away, especially in a situation now, you're going to need a lot of the 21 draft picks that you've had over the last 2 years, 8 the first year, 13 this year. You need a lot of them need to play. And you want to find out quickly how good they are. So, yeah. But there's a lot of different parts of this thing. Malik Willis, yes, I totally agree with him. That's the number one. That's the number one priority is find out if we have a quarterback or not. The core five, Brooks, Sealer, Brewer, Achane, Paul, those guys need to be your best players like they were last year. They need to look the part. And then the other guy right behind Malik Willis for me, and this is very simple. We talked about it so much. Chop Robinson. Like Chop, year 3, man, you need to look the part on the outside. It's time. I don't want to hear about potential or you can do this or that. I don't even care if you're that good against the run, honestly. Some people are going to get mad I'm saying that. I just want to see you get a really good pass rush. Your pass rush still not good enough. Your pass rush, you need to get there. Second and third and long, so you need to get there. We can get guys out there on first down. Anyway, besides all that, we have a bunch of other stuff to get to here, and it has to mostly do with LeBron James stuff and finding out. And Woody, I hear you, man. I hear what you're saying about distraction. This series is about star power, man. It just is. And the Heat are no different. And a star power, if he can come down and he gives you 21 a night, and we found out last year, he can play. If you need me to play third fiddle on a team and the big three, and I'm the 3 guy instead of the 1 guy, that's fine.
He's not a selfish player. He's never been.
But
hell, remember he got all the criticism for passing too much?
Yeah, he did when he first got here.
He's scared to take the big shot.
I think we also learned, I don't know what he averaged in that series against Houston, but he was really good. I mean, he put that team in tight ball games, knocking down big shots and showed. And
I guess I'm just agitated by this whole deal that's going on right
now
with the agent running around. Like, this feels like Aaron Rodgers, and it's just kind of like just pick, man.
Yeah.
Like, how much longer do you want to wait?
And you got your choice. I'm not a hater, by the way, of taking your time, but this has been time.
Yeah, man.
Taking your time. Okay, the time's up. Let's do it.
Well, you got the summer league going on. Teams trying to find out who they got.
Yeah, guys are showing up. Veterans are going out there fighting each other. We got to get back to LeBron. Figure out what's going to happen with that whole thing, and then besides all that stuff. We've got our baseball team right now. Look great. We're going to have Craig Mish join us coming up here in about 8 or 9 minutes from now.
We going to get your picks for the home run derby, the 9 o'clock hour here? I mean, we got to bet on it, don't we?
Go ahead. What do you got? Go ahead. Give it to me.
Oh, I know Kyle Schwarber is the favorite.
Harper's in there. I saw Harper and Schwarber both involved. Who else?
So you got Schwarber plus 350, Junior Caminero plus 400, Murakami is at plus 500, Jack Caglione at 550, plus 550, Jordan Walker plus 700, Ben Rice plus 800, Bryce is at plus 850, and then Wilson Contreras at plus 1,300.
So the problem is our 2 best home run hitters, one for the Yankees,
the big horses,
and one for
the MVPs are not involved.
Yeah, the big horses are.
That's understandable. Like,
they're hurt.
Why Ohtani would not want to do it, but
his batting practices. You pay $20 to see that batting practice. You go early, pay an extra $20 just to get there early and watch what many consider one of the greatest things. Watching that guy hit the ball where he hits it. where mankind has never been. Yeah, I'll watch tonight, man. It's fun. I don't, see what happens with the home run derby. But a lot of guys not playing. I see we've shut Max Meyer down. He's not I guess he's going to go, but he's not going to pitch. They've shut him down for his last. Hopefully he's okay. But, boy, some having the team, man. They're just on a roll. I mean,
where should people be putting their hard-earned money tonight?
Oh, Schwarber.
Just going with the favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's ripping. He's made for this thing. Yeah. I don't know. Who do you like?
I kind of like Ben Rice at plus 800. I like to take a long shot. I mean,
okay. Yeah.
If we're gonna mess around with it, but
you're gonna go that hard.
I'm guessing Bryce Harper's gonna.
You're doing that Hard Rock app. You might as well get some odds while you're doing it. I got you.
I do like to do these like round one. You can take the over under because usually the guys start to fade as it goes on.
Oh no, part of it is endurance on that last round
because they take a ton of swings. Does it feel that way? Like they even have to take a break during the rounds. Like there's a lot of swings they have to take.
It's been able to survive.
They do the bonus time thing now, right?
They do, and they get the timeout when they get tired. You can take the timeout, and your guys come sweat you off, and you get the Gatorade, and the kids, you give them a hug and all that stuff. So
home run derby always holds up, though, man.
It's
always fun to watch.
It stays around. It does. Somebody will be talking about somebody hitting one. I'm guessing somebody's going to hit one 460 feet because everybody's going to be juiced up tonight with adrenaline. Legal stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to say.
Everybody's fired up to get out there. Nobody wants to embarrass themselves.
Thank you. Much better.
Hit line drives, one hop against the wall. You don't want to be that guy. All right, Woody.
You caught yourself, though. That was good.
I did. Yeah,
we don't like that. We don't like that around baseball.
No. Just for older guys, and that's it. Nothing else. Hey, man, I want to talk to you about Choice Mortgage. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Hello, Michael Kotze. Boy, if you need cash to pay off taxes, liens, judgments, IRS, high interest rates, second mortgages, credit card debt, call Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. 30-plus years in the business. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. Why should I do that, Joe? Great service. Think about it. It's like having a banker 7 days a week who can get it done for you. Yeah. Matter of fact, get you approved and get that money about half the time of the big banks. If you own a commercial or residential property with equity, call Michael right now. He can help you, or text him. He's been helping Floridians for over 30 years. Looking to buy a home today? He can get you pre-approved with little money down. Now's the time to lock in interest rates. You never know when they're going up again. Call them on the cell phone. You can get a hold of them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730. Nobody does it like Michael Kotze. Whatever mortgage you're looking for, listen, there's a bunch of them are popular out there, but if you're looking to get some help, go to Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change. Daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
Back out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. Craig Mish, pregame and postgame Marlins TV and watching them last night, matter of fact, and host at the Sports Grid joins us this morning. Craig, we caught you right after, man. Sending text. We don't even let you get off the air. We're sending text messages to you, brother. Come on with us there. Hey, I didn't see it coming. The last 3 games, they were just on fire, had the broom out for the last couple of series, and then 5 runs in 3 games, but pretty banged up. How'd you read into everybody kind of going cold at the same time, including the hottest hitter in baseball?
Yeah, I think, Joe, you hit it there with the last one there, is that I was watching, I forget which game it was, maybe it was the last game against Seattle, or the first game against Cleveland, and I noticed and I thought that Otto Lopez looked tired. It definitely looked to me that it looked like he needed a break. Remember, he's played, I think, every game but one, or every game this season. Xavier Edwards also, Xavier Edwards played every single game this season, and I think that could be it. He looked totally out of sorts yesterday. He was 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. So, look, I can't get inside their head. I do see them every day. I do talk to them every day. And no one is going to ever say, like, to me, like, I need a break, I'm tired. I'm never going to hear that out of an athlete, until after the fact. But I do think that was the deal, especially with the offense. And look, yesterday also, I think it's fair to say that it looked like they wanted to give some plate appearances to some guys who hadn't gotten that many, Joe, over the course of the week. And I know that maybe that doesn't sit well with people, but this is the big leagues, and guys just, aren't up to not play. Whether it's a relief pitcher or a big league pitcher, you have 26 guys on the roster. At some point, they're going to play. And that's kind of what happened yesterday. And you saw McCullough then go to the switch and put all the starters in, like, middle of the game once they went to a righty. But at that point, it looked like they were tapped out, Joe. So I'm gonna just chalk it up to needing a break. It looked like it to me.
They look wiped out. I totally agree with you, by the way. It's not give up. I agree with you. Hey, Joe Mack, is he okay? Or what's your thought on coming out of that? What was the word after the game?
No, I think he's okay. I didn't hear much on him. The one that we have to keep an eye on is this kid, Michael Peterson, who is, if he hasn't been their best relief pitcher, he's been their second best. I mean, I don't know if you'd say one or two. They call him Big Mike. He's like 6'7" and throwing 98. And he came out with a hamstring issue. And he and I were talking, and he was like, I'm so excited to go to Key West. I've never been during the break. And all I kept thinking was, oh, no, is he going to get to still do that?
Yeah.
So I haven't it's too early for me to get like any kind of MRI result or anything like that. But, Joe, if he was to miss time with Anthony Bender, I mean, that's their best 2 relief pitchers out of the pen. I would have some concern going into the second half. For sure.
I was going to say the bullpen getting banged up. You're right. Casey Owen, when do you expect us to get him back?
They said 2 to 4 weeks. So, this week counts. So I don't know. Like, I'm going to guess when they open back up this weekend against Milwaukee, we won't see him. Maybe we would target that next homestand on the 24th, but I'm going to guess you won't see Owen Casey for sure this week. And then it would have to, see about next week and the week after that.
Max Meyer, just to rest, right? He's okay. I know he's throwing a lot of innings and off to a great start, but that's just for rest purposes, correct?
Yeah, I talked to Clayton McCullough before we did we do a sit down every Saturday, and I said to him, "Hey, look, can you do me a favor? And can you really give an update here, on this? Because I think we got to do this going into the break." And so he said, sure. And then he said during our sit down on Marlins TV that he's going to start against the Brewers. So that tells me, Joe, he's totally fine. Like he wouldn't say that on TV if he didn't think so. So yeah, I'm going to guess totally fine. You know what happened, Joe? That last start, he started walking guys. And, they have so many of these biometrics and analytics that show like where your hand is and the spin coming out. And I'm going to guess they looked back at it and said, whoa, like this guy may need a break. I don't know that for sure, but I'm thinking that that's what happened. But really good news that he'll start. I don't know which game, by the way, against Milwaukee this weekend.
Yeah.
No clue.
Well, that is good news. Hey, by the way, you fall living down here in South Florida for a long time. Man, what a great day for the first round of the MLB draft for South Florida, especially Dade and Broward. 3 guys, including the Marlins' first pick out of Gulliver Prep, the shortstop Jacob Lombard, but also seeing a couple more guys go in the first round. We forget, and we don't talk about it down here, and people, baseball. There's obviously a lot of guys playing baseball because we get a lot of guys drafted down here. It's the best kept secret going.
We do. But what were you thinking, though, when they took – you know what? I thought maybe you were thinking the same thing as me when they took Jacob Lombard. I don't know what you were thinking, but what I was thinking is when we were working on Mikasuki Sports Wrap and his mom was working with us for 10 years, Judy, this is her son, Jacob, and George Lombard's son. I was so excited, and I was texting Judy, and I was texting George, and I was stunned that he fell so far because even talking to his dad, George, throughout the season, he kept telling me, I think he's going to end up being the best high school player in the draft, and I think he's going to end up being.
Well, they were saying that. They were saying, like, the Marlins, like, hey, getting that guy with the 14th pick, boy, that's in your backyard. And by the way, good job by the Marlins. Listen to all the national guys. Boy, you definitely – to be able to get him at that pick. And of course it's in the family there and the greatness of baseball. But I just thought, man, what a great day with Gio Rojas and Justin LeBron also going from down here. And then not to mention all the other guys that got drafted, but just a great day. Long road though, right? Coming out of for Jacob to get to the bigs, which you'll have plenty of time, and he definitely signs, right? He doesn't go to the college. None of those guys doing college in the first round. Too much money, right?
Yeah. It's, without getting too far into it, I do think that he's going to sign, and I don't know exactly what the number would be. My guess it'll be close to what you would expect out of that spot. They usually, Joe, what they do is they bring in usually the first pick for the very next homestand. So that is the 24th. So somewhere along those lines, my guess is we'll see him, and I'll get to see Judy, and I don't know if George will be here because he's the Tigers bench coach. But yeah, I think yes, I feel very confident that he'll be there. But what would we say based on a high school player? I mean, Connor Griffin for the Pirates came up pretty quick, so maybe the quickest 3 years, but definitely 2 years in the minors without a doubt.
Yeah. And I just got a feeling he's been around it, right, with family to see the minor league thing, and he can handle it, and going through the single and double and triple A and whatever road, how quickly you get up there by how you play to get moved up. But yeah, he'll definitely, they'll be keeping a close eye on him. It's going to be fun to watch just how good he ends up being and stuff. Hey, speaking of minor league, we don't talk about system. Now's a good time. How's our minor league system look right now, even though we have called a lot of guys up?
Yeah, I would look. So, some systems have them in the top 10. Some have them in the top 15. Some have them a little bit lower than that. It's really hard for me to gauge where exactly that is. But if I took a consensus among all the so-called experts, I would say probably middle of the pack. That's what it feels like to me. Unfortunately, their top guy, Thomas White, their pitcher, is going to miss the season. So that's kind of a setback. Robbie Snelling, who was their second best pitcher probably in the minor leagues, he's going to miss a season and a half with Tommy John. And then from a hitter's perspective, actually their top hitter, I believe, is injured too in Dylan Lewis. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those things where that's why, Joe, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but that's why this trade deadline is a little bit dicey here because in order to get, you got to give. And the prospects that they would have to give would sort of deplete their farm system again. And so they're going to, in the next 10 days or so, really have to figure out what their game plan is. But middle of the pack would be my answer, with a chance to be a little bit better. But the kid we saw yesterday pitch in the Futures game, his name is Carson Milbrandt, and he's arguably their best starting pitcher going in the minor leagues right now. So that would be the name to watch for next year.
All right, 52 and 45, and yes, you hit my next question, and the trade deadline, as you said, coming up here. It's so it's really interesting because as soon as you hung up the last time, they're going, there. I go, look at man, I'm with the manager. Like, I don't want to get rid of a lot of my young guys. They're really good players for the future. We got here with them. Last thing I want to do is get rid of them. I mean, if we can add some, and obviously Clayton's being real careful on what he's saying and stuff, but you had mentioned last time third base what might be a position to upgrade, and you never have enough pitching, do you?
Yeah, Clayton's funny like that, right? Like he like doesn't want his guys, I think, in the clubhouse to get down, hearing that maybe somebody would come in.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense from him too. He's not going to come out and say we need this and we need that. But yeah, I think, Joe, they sit in the third wild card spot. You would think that there's two, at least for me, I'll say this, there's two schools of thought, Joe. If you have a chance to win the division in the final 3 games of the series against the Braves, and we get to the first week in August, I'm going to say this. I don't know how you don't push the chips in at that point to get home games at Lone Depot Park for the playoffs. I get it. At that point, I would get very, very excited to have home playoff baseball games. First time ever in that park, and none since 2003. So here are the chips. Let's push them in for that. Yes. On the other hand, for the wild card, I think they have to be a little bit measured. And my sense is it does feel like more of a chase the wild card situation than it does the division. So we're still going to have to see. They have some decisions to make. Can't make them yet because anything can happen. We saw how hot this team was, and then all of a sudden they lose 3 games in a row to Cleveland, and it's like, wait a second, what is this going to be in the second half? So I think if you talk to me in 2 weeks, I'll have a much better gauge on it. But right now, I would guess it's a measured approach chasing a wild card position.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, the record they put together minus these last 3 games, and I know they count, but for a lot of different reasons, you know how many guys might have checked out a little bit early. Some guys a little nicked up, but not out for the year. You know, you're going to be getting most of those guys back. And so, yeah, I am really curious to see going forward because, my gosh, man, this just doesn't happen to even losing 3 in a row to still be at 52 and 45 right now is pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, one thing I think that should get cleared up a little bit here is that if you remember back in 2023, there's some like reports about money and what would the team take on and this and they won't do it. I mean, if you look back at 23, they took on Josh Bell and he was making a good amount of money, and they traded for David Robertson, who was making a lot of money on a 1-year deal. Joe, if they're in it, I don't believe this team is afraid to take on some money here. Yeah. Okay. So like anything you see about that fear, I think personally for me, I think it's nonsense.
You know what?
They'd be able to.
You said that. And by the way, I agree. I know Dave Hyde spent some time with the owner and he said the same thing, including, talked about, hey, this thing about me worth, and by the way, I'm guilty of being one of the guys said he's worth $600 million. He laughed and he's worth a hell of a lot more than that. Okay. Just so everybody knows he's okay. He's okay if he has to do it. And so anyway, and I know you've talked to him about those things. So it's a good point. I do think it. I know a lot of fans want to see it to believe it, but hey, man,
I get it. But I'm just saying that it happened in 23 and, and again, this is no disrespect to anybody who's writing columns anywhere, but to say that they wouldn't do it. I mean, they literally just did it 2 years ago. Yeah. Like they took on Bell, who was making, I think, 20, and Robertson, who was making 13. And look, there was some financial stuff back and forth too, with players being traded, et cetera. But I mean, come on, to go for the playoffs? Yeah. It may be better for them to take on a little dough than to trade some prospects. Honestly, Joe, that may be the better way to go about it.
Well, I like a lot of these guys. I still don't know about our center fielder and whatever's going on there, but boy, I'll tell you what, they got a lot of good-looking players on that team right now, really playing well. Anyway, Thanks, Craig. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. I know it's been a busy 24 for you, so thank you.
All right, Joe. Learn from you. Always take the work. Don't burn it down.
Oh, you're beautiful. I'm glad you learned that from me. That's the only thing everybody tells you. Joe never turned down a paycheck. That Joe Rose. Never. Thank you. Craig Mish, pre- and post-game Marlins TV. All right. We've got more stuff to get to. Never turn down that paycheck, man. The American dream. Never turn it down. Hey, I want to talk about Chill Zone AC. President Melissa De Verone. I got to tell you, man, I had such a great experience with Chill Zone air conditioning. And I know there's a lot of companies out there. And I also know there's a lot of companies that aren't real good at service. And I know they're terrible about being on time. And they're terrible about all of a sudden somebody comes out and doesn't know what the problem is. They don't have the experience to know what the problem is. And I also know somebody's telling you need a new air conditioning unit. And you're going, wait a second. I just got it. Oh, and somebody else comes out. No, we can fix it. People all over the board, man. I know. I get it. You will not have that problem with Chill Zone air conditioning, starting with President Melissa De Verone, who answers the phone. What's the problem, Joe? I said, I don't know, but it's not working. She goes, all right, we'll get it. Michael came out. Boy, was he good. I'll tell you what, I'm not just pumping up Michael on one of the trucks this morning, but came out. He was on time, got the problem, got the part, got it fixed. No problem, man. Running like just fantastic, running brand new. You know, I just appreciate, my wife appreciates where you don't tell somebody you'll be them sometime in the morning and you end up showing 9 o'clock at night, or you say we're going to have to come the next day. Listen, it's about great service. It really is. Whether you need a new air conditioning unit, the one you have just needs to be repaired, or duct cleaning or anything else, call 786-378-2778. You tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. Joe Rose was talking about him. I love Melissa, and I know you're going to love her too, man. She's fantastic. Go to chillzoneac.com. If you're looking for a new air conditioning unit company, you're fed up with the ones you've called, call Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Melissa will take great care of you.
This update is brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less of your Paisito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Starting with the Marlins, who were swept by Cleveland, falling 5-2. Miami will take a 52-45 record into the All-Star break. The Home Run Derby is tonight, with the All-Star game set for tomorrow. Over to the Heat, who will continue Summer League play tonight against the Cavs. Tip-off is at 8. From Vegas, and in tennis, Jannik Sinner beat Alexander Zverev to win his second consecutive Wimbledon championship. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. Joe, I just saw this come across the news desk here. Vivian Gonzalez says, even without a heat advisory, heat index values between 105 to 110 can be dangerous. We will be under a major to extreme heat risk for today.
I can't shut it down.
Careful.
Maybe one set out there.
Extreme heat.
Yeah. No,
not even major, extreme.
If I don't make it, Woody.
They have a chart here, Joe, and it's like moderate. Minor is yellow, moderate is orange, major is red, and extreme is purple. There's some spots that are purple.
Okay.
Almost everything's red, but mostly purple.
I'll just check it out. If it gets too crazy, I'll
just don't go in the purple zones. That's extreme.
Well, that clay's not exactly, if the sun's out, doesn't get cooler. So it won't be great. All right. Hey, Woody, enough for that, man. Enough for that. Marlins got the All-Star break, correct? And then they're going to be in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's got a hell of a team quietly. They've been really good. Anyway, they're going to make their way back. Fish face the Padres July 24th, 25th, and 26th. Right now, the Padres have been, honestly, one of the big disappointments in baseball with that super talented team they have. I'm sure got some guys banged up right now. But anyway, they're at 500. They'll be in town at the end of July here. And they got some great things going on we'll be telling you about. Get your tickets at marlins.com/tickets. Boy, they've got just fantastic giveaways coming up, including the mini bobblehead giveaway, Javier Sanoja. So, yes, we have plenty of good stuff going on with the Marlins and very affordable tickets for everybody to enjoy. I want to thank Craig Mish, speaking of Marlins, coming on, spending some time with us here as he gets a little bit of a break before they start back up. The trade deadline early August coming up to see what the Marlins do and if they fall back or if they're able to catch us. Few games from the Braves. I believe the Phillies just after this series, a couple of games up on them in a wild card position. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Marlins are still in one of those playoff positions right now in the wild card. So we got that. We got great news. MLB draft was very, very good. The first round, very good to South Florida. 3 players taken in the first round. 2 of them high school, 1 out of college and went to high school down here, but 14th, 16th, and 18th. So congratulations, man. Cool stuff to hear. As Jacob Lombard, Gio Rojas, and Justin LeBron all taken in the first round. I got to tell you, man, no matter how you look at it, I know they got to go to minor leagues. If you're not familiar, pretty much everybody starts, especially high school guys in their teenage years, going to be in the minor league. But when you're a first-round pick, you get the big check. You got the big guarantee of money coming in, which, by the way, is just game-changing. Whether it's $6-7 million, it's just game-changing life money. It really is. And so congratulations to all those guys, man. That is just so cool. You work your butt off to get there and to have that kind of talent. They've had everybody's brother look at you, what you do and can't do and everything else. So big first round for South Florida. So cool stuff to see. And a lot more guys got drafted too. Daniel Cuvée, 5th round pick for the Nationals, was the first Canes third baseman for the Canes. St. Thomas Aquinas, but congratulations to him. And I'm guessing for all those guys be heading out here real soon and getting ready for what happened. We should, by the way, we'll probably get a chance. Jacob Lombard be out there with the team when they come back after they do it. They'll have them come out, probably take a batting practice or something and get to meet all the guys on the big team. Just a cool thing, man. high school to knowing you get to play in your own backyard. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool situation to be in. We've got a lot of other stuff going on here too, as we're only a couple weeks away, man, from starting this thing up, and we have the top 10. Woody, I got to get back to it. I'm sorry, I forgot. The top 10 quarterback list was put out by ESPN through the top front office people and scouts on some of the teams.
Yeah, coaches, execs, and scouts.
All weighed in on this, on the top 10 quarterbacks in order. And here it is. Josh Allen, number 1. Patrick Mahomes, number 2. Some people right off the bat don't like that. Matthew Stafford, who just won the MVP, number 3. Joe Burrow, number 4. Lamar Jackson, number 5. Dak Prescott, number 6. Justin Herbert, number 7. Guy we should have taken. Drake May, number 8. Jared Goff, Golden Bear, number 9. And Caleb Williams cracks the top 10 after a really good season with the Chicago Bears. There you have it. All right. Woody, it's a tough list because we've had some guys that have kind of fallen off. We've had some guys kind of get in there. We had some guys that played a lot better last year, but you haven't seen enough. We got a whole bunch of guys haven't been to a Super Bowl, and they haven't won a lot of playoff games, so everybody's getting on them. And yeah, if it's about that, then Lamar's – if Lamar's not in the top, and if, Patrick Mahomes should be number 1. I don't – if we're going by that. But that's a tough list. It's a tough list because
I definitely think Mahomes should be number 1. I think you're right on that.
Okay.
I don't see how he's not, but the Dak Prescott thing is weird. I don't think Dak's a top 10, let alone 6.
Oh, I don't know, Woody.
Top 10?
So why?
Because he hasn't won.
Okay, so he hasn't won playoffs, right?
Hasn't won anything.
Hasn't won in the playoffs, hasn't been able to get to the playoffs.
Numbers, but I don't know, man. It feels like that team's always playing from behind.
I know, but you're going to take away like his stats are all because they're down 40 every game. So he's just sitting back in the second half and prevent defense. That's not, you can't do
I don't know.
that.
I just, you don't have Sam Darnold on that list.
Sam Darnold. A lot of people still think he's a good game manager.
Okay.
He's had 2 good years.
I'd take a game manager that wins like he does.
Right. They got a really good team.
Jalen Hurts done a lot of winning.
Got a complete team. Jalen Hurts, another one. Yeah. He's done it. Where do you put Jalen Hurts?
Probably just outside. Another one that's interesting is Daniel Jones, who was like the MVP until he got hurt.
Yeah, but man, I'm not making a playoffs. How are you going to put him in there? He got hurt and they didn't do anything.
Trevor Lawrence do anything for you?
No, not enough.
Baker? A lot of people like Baker now.
Baker could be in that top 10. You can make an argument on Baker in the top 10.
Jordan Love?
See, you haven't seen enough.
Have Aaron Rodgers still playing?
No, not putting.
CJ? I don't know, just to put Dak in there just doesn't seem to fit. But
Woody, it's after, I don't know, Lamar and Joe Burrow should definitely be on that list when they play. But Joe Burrow missed a lot of time too. Good God. Oh, I do agree with the top 2. Whatever order you want to go, to me, those guys are clearly 1 and 2 in this thing, I think. And, usually the Bills win a playoff game. So it's not like he doesn't win playoff games, but you're right. He hasn't been able to get what do you think about our young guys? What do you think about our young guy with the Patriots? What do you think of him?
Drake May?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do it one more year.
All right.
I understand why he's on that list. I get that. I think you want to go upside, too. I think Justin Herbert's probably got the biggest upside out of anyone on that list.
Justin Herbert could be in a good situation.
He might have a big year.
He might be in the best situation.
Right.
So does Caleb Williams.
I like Caleb.
Yep.
Listen, Caleb made the top 10. Probably should have been higher.
He's a very dynamic player.
I just think you got to see more from him, right? It looks like this list was a little sensitive to one-year hit wonders, right? They want to see a little bit more work out of this thing. So So that's where we were. Yeah, that list that's a tough one.
So it's Jerry Jones paid for him to get in the rankings.
People don't like Dak Prescott, man.
I don't know if they don't like him. He's actually a very likable guy.
But you look at his stats.
I like Dak Prescott, the person. The problem is he's like, to compare him to someone we know, he's kind of like Ryan Tannehill. Isn't he?
Ryan Tannehill never put up numbers like that.
He sticks around. He's good enough to get you to 500, a few games over 500, not good enough to win you a playoff game. Like, he's just average.
Dak's had some bad defenses too.
I understand that, but he's average, Joe. He's maybe a little above average. But he's not bad. He seems like a really good guy from everything.
Well, if we're looking at that and you don't like that list, there's a lot of guys getting Tua kind of money.
Tua's not on the list.
No, but they're all making a lot of money. Is my
happen?
point. I know how it's happened. We're paid it. You know that, wise guy.
No, why isn't he on the list?
Guys that got benched the last 3 games getting on that list?
No. Benching disqualifies you?
I'm guessing that's not he got his money. Hey, listen, he can say whatever he wants to. I got mine. I got mine over there. Thank you, South Florida. We got that taken care of. Hey, man, I want to talk to you for just a second about your South Florida Chevy dealers. You got to check out the incredible lineup of trucks they have put together from the Chevy Colorado with unbelievable trucks, whether it's the Colorado Custom to the ZR2. Really just a solid, really nice South Florida truck. It just is. Got everything you need. But then we turn it up a notch or two and talk about the Chevy Silverado, from a custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV with 10 models and 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. And I got to tell you, man, I like to say they made a truck custom made for your lifestyle, really. Whether it's a full-time working truck, that's how you make a living. Sometimes it's 7 days a week. You don't stop working until that job is done, to the family truck and getting the whole family around, to still pulling around all the toys that you enjoy your life with on the weekends. Boy, I'll tell you what, we got a truck perfect for you. From a Silverado HD to the powerful LTZ with the premium style and substance to match. And maybe it's just about a Chevy Silverado HD High Country, our big boy. Oh, my gosh, we got a truck perfect for you. If you're starting to look around, we got 14 dealerships out South Florida. So if you got one close to you, you need to stop by, take a test drive, and get a great deal at your South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, let's drive.
Gulfstream's Taste at the Track, tacos and tequila with unlimited tastings on Saturday, July 25th. For your chance to win, enter at the WQAM contest page at WQAM.com. Gulfstream Park Summer Racing takes an exciting turn with live racing every Monday through August 31st. And be sure to catch all the soccer action this week at the Carousel Club.
Tacos and tequila.
Yeah, your favorite.
Damn, I like that combo.
Can't go wrong with that, right?
That's a nice combo right there. So anyway, hey Wood. So we got one thing. We're waiting on the LeBron decision, or as I like to call it, the last decision. Hopefully.
How do you think he does it? Remember last time we went back to Cleveland, he just kind of put out a letter, right? He still did an arena thing though. Remember?
I thought you were going back to Jim Gray.
Oh no. Well, obviously that was TV. Does he do a TV thing? Does he do a letter that he tweets out, or does he have his agent do it? His agent seems to not want to turn down any interviews.
Woody, that is a great question.
What's his final one?
How big does he make it, knowing how good he is and who he is? How big does this become? It's a lead story no matter what when he makes that decision. I mean, they broke into Wimbledon. I was watching Wimbledon.
They broke into Wimbledon.
And they literally went away from a match and came back to the main, and she goes, we've got breaking news back in the United States. LeBron James will not be going back to the L.A. Lakers. Once again, because everybody thought he was going to stick with the Lakers, the kids out there, the family, they got the nice house or two, and he's rolling. He's got the production company, all the commercials.
Maybe he does it on Monday of next week after the World Cup wraps up so he can be the center of attention. He doesn't have to share the stage with anyone.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. That could be. Listen, I'm guessing he didn't do anything by accident, right?
No.
I do agree. Whether it's who he's playing with, who the coach is, what the locker room, he knows the whole deal, what he's going to be allowed to do during the season. Can he travel with his business guy? Remember that? We went through that. Can he have his cookies? I mean, the whole deal. You know that. Pat Riley took the cookies away from him.
Yep, you got to get on board with.
You think Pat already said, "All right, LeBron, I don't care about cookies this time. You just,
I don't know,
have all you want."
I don't know how much the Heat want to bend the rules for someone right now after what happened with Jimmy.
This guy's a little more mature than Jimmy.
I understand.
That's a great question, though. How will he handle it? How big? It's going to be big no matter what.
By the way, it also depends how much you buy into what you heard about Giannis. You know, who was it? Turner or whatever had a lot to say about how Giannis carries himself. So
I don't think he cares about that. I don't think he cares about that. I think, man, I don't know. I don't look at us as the leader for this whole thing anyway. But I don't think what the Golden State thing makes no sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
You got the Charles Barkley comments. I wish you had those up from yesterday.
I don't.
They were fantastic.
I don't.
About going to Golden State, he killed them.
It does make a lot of sense, though, doesn't it? Like,
ladies and gentlemen, come watch the old guys play. The youngest guy, Jimmy Butler's like a rookie at 37 years old.
I still think watching him play with Steph would be fun, and I know Draymond is his best friend. It does make sense. They probably would have to get rid of Jimmy in that scenario, though, wouldn't they?
I don't know. They go way over.
Bring Jimmy home?
I don't think they worry about taxes out there.
Bring Jimmy back here?
Golden State.
Make amends?
That's not funny.
No.
Wait, so you can go have a coffee and he'll sign?
He still got his place as far as I know.
Play with your son and stuff?
Yeah.
Come down and get a coffee?
Big three?
Here. I hope he does, though. Enough. It's exhausting now, and we'll hear from his agent again today, and he'll give an update.
These guys like this stuff, though, man. Aaron Rodgers does it every year.
Aaron Rodgers, he's done now. He's getting ready for the playoffs. They're all set. They're going to have a good team. New coach.
You know Aaron Rodgers is going to jerk him around next year, too.
He's done.
I know he said he's done. You think he's done? He also said he was done talking on TV.
I think.
Remember?
I know if he plays great. I know this. I'm going to say it anyway. I think this is it for Aaron Rodgers. And I think this is it for LeBron James. But I wouldn't be surprised LeBron averaged 22, 23 points a game when he plays.
He will. Well, he'll still put up numbers.
Those aren't into the – those are – I mean, that's being a big part of the team and the offense and playing a lot of games. I will tell you one thing I love about LeBron. He does play a lot, man. He doesn't – I know we've been burned down here when he's come back and he hasn't played in some games, but he plays a lot of games. Plays a lot more games than some guys we've had here in the past. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Anyway.
Someone texted in, Tua and Kyler Murray are on the top 10 list of little people who can't see over their offensive line.
I know, but one guy doesn't talk about it.
Kyler Murray stinks too, though.
He's going to start for Minnesota.
I'm aware. Doesn't change the fact I think he stinks.
I am dying to see how that works out, too.
Probably not well. Minnesota's really fumbled things over there, huh?
I thought they made a mistake with Sam Darnold. If that's what
you don't say.
Whatever that was about. I mean, it worked out for him.
Worked out for who? Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it didn't work out for the Vikings.
He got to have a number one. Hell, those are two of the best, four or five receivers in football. He goes, I'll go from one to the other. No problem.
Remember they were talking to Justin Jefferson at the Super Bowl? He didn't seem thrilled.
No.
The way things were going.
By the way, don't think he's not going to have a big say in who starts a quarterback.
Yeah.
Huh? He can be watching to see every route he runs and who gets the ball to him in those routes that he likes to run. And I'm guessing he's probably going to have a thing to say to his head coach.
See number one right now, top receiver in the game? Right in there.
I don't know, the guy in Seattle ain't bad either. He kind of surprised me. I didn't know he was going to be that big or that good. I knew he was going to be big. He's big, all right, numbers-wise. Hey, Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, going to join us. We come back. We're going to talk a little bit about the Miami Dolphins, the importance of first-round picks versus fifth-round picks, and take a look at bringing in veteran free agents that still might be out there. Little difference of opinion between Omar and myself. That's coming up next.